Hang on, let's try that again. Hang on. Let's try that again. There we go. I forgot to unmute the audio. That was on me. All right, but at least everything's in now. At least everything is in. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. For game number 2, we had a close game between Iowa State and Iowa. Should also win final in the Cuse game. Cuse defeating UConn in OT of that one. And SMU Baylor currently in overtime on the CW. Been a good day of college football so far. We got this game between Ole Miss and Kentucky. A ranked Ole Miss team, Kentucky, hosting this one in Lexington. Appreciate you guys being here. My name is cgiulianihpu. You never to a stream for how it works like this. If I want to try any questions you might have, I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, get a question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. Vote in that polling thing with this game, Ole Miss or Kentucky. Appreciate you guys being here, and we're going to spin the wheel for karaoke in just a little bit to figure out what song we're doing. Every donation counts as triple. Tori, you make the call. Gonna help me decide which game we are calling. We're gonna spin the wheel in the commercial break. So yeah, I was gonna say my mic is fine for this one. Sending riding with Ole Miss to win this one. They're in the whites, Kentucky in the blues. Ole Miss gonna get a start. Going on the road here in this conference battle, looking to one of these teams to go to 2-0. One of these teams is going to go to 2-0. We got emojis in the chat. If you are a member, you can show us for either one of these teams using the emojis. And again, every donation counts as triple toward you make the call. How many decide which game we are calling on Friday night? Indiana State, Indiana, Colgate, Cuse, Colorado, Houston, or K-State, Arizona. Appreciate you guys being here for this one, especially if you were here for the last stream. We are doing 3 games today. This is game number 2. And it should be a fun one. Over on ABC if you want to watch. Let's do this thing. You Baylor SMU in overtime. Kansas just scored a touchdown. Missouri. Over on ESPN2. We got a crazy day college football so far. This has been a good one. So Laro's going to kick off here. And Ole Miss going to start this game with the ball. Kentucky won the last meeting between these teams. 20-17. End zone touchback. And Ole Miss going to have it at the 25-yard line as a result. Austin Simmons, obviously new quarterback in for Ole Miss after Jackson Dart went in the first round of the NFL draft. Austin Simmons, last week, 20 for 31, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks in his first ever start. Last season, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and minimum action. Now, granted, Ole Miss last week played Georgia State. This is the first time he's starting against a power school. We'll see he gets on in this tough environment. And let's do this thing. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Simmons, first play, hands it off up the middle and down to the 27-yard line. It's a 2-yard gain there. Thrown down by number 7, Devarian Rayner. Brings up second down. Going to the line quickly, though. A lot of tempo. We see that with these skipping offenses. Parsons starts to against the lines. Not surprised by that. Not surprised. Play action. Curl route that's called the 31-yard line. Makes one and miss to the 35 and tackled out of bounds to the 39-yard line. They go quick. It works out. Catch them in by Harrison Wallace, the redshirt senior. Last season, 720 yards on 46 catches. Touchdown Baylor to start off the OT period. After the gain at 12, going to throw here. Simmons, incomplete. Had a man open. Was Wallace once again. He had a step on him. Had a step, but could not complete the pass. Brings up second down. Harrison Wallace, last week, the best receiver on the team. 5 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown. Only guy to go above 100 last week for the Rebs. Second down, they're going to give it up the gut this time, and not a lot there. Once, just like the last run. Lacey, the sophomore running back, gets about 3, maybe 4. Yeah, I got to go to Autzen at some point. Yeah, I got to go there at some point. I've never been to Oregon in my life. I got to head over to Eugene at some point. SMU just scored a touchdown as well. We'll see if they kick the extra point. They should. 1 of the top 3 at the bottom. Simmons, they send 3 this time. That's it. Plenty of time. But Simmons going to step up and he'll get sacked. Had all day to throw. And then pocket collapsed on him as he tried to escape and climb up in it. Had time. No one got open. Decided to take off and run up the gut. And then it collapsed. Not a sack. He got back to the line, but they will have to punt the ball nonetheless at the 43-yard line. They only sent 3, so there was going to be time to throw. And they had no spy. He saw something up the middle, but immediately it collapsed as soon as he took off. I think it was Guster on the stop. I could be wrong on that one. Punt, field at the 20, but that's obviously going to be fair catch interference. Easily fair catch interference. He touched that ball before he got hit, and then he touched the ball. Fair catch interference. Easy call. 15-yard penalty, and Kentucky with good field position at the 35-yard line. SMU kicking. They're reviewing the play. They're reviewing the play to see if he scored a touchdown. So nothing yet. They're reviewing the play. Oregon up 13-0, less than 1.5 minutes into the game. Good start. Good start. So Kentucky about the 35-yard line. It's a bad penalty. They're only 22 yards on the punt. On the kick catch interference. And that'll send Calzada out. Easy call there. Contact came by Beavers way before Bryant touched that ball. Moving up to the 35. Yeah, they review the play. It's a touchdown. Now SMU going to kick the extra point in the first OT period over there. Obviously, busting the NFL, he has no mechanics. he's not an accurate quarterback. His mechanics are just so bad for the NFL. Looks like he's never thrown a football before. Worked in college, obviously. Great college quarterback, but didn't work at the pro level. The athleticism gap is also way, way better. Handoff to the side, loss of 1. Dante Dowdle on the give. Last week, 129 yards. Kentucky ran the ball very well last week. Dowdle, in particular, 9.2 yards per carry. We're not spin the wheel yet. We're going to spin at the commercial break. We're going to spin it at the commercial break. 2nd and 11. Want the top, 2 at the bottom. Lozada takes a snap in the gun. They send 3. Plenty of time. Just going to check it down to his back. It's Dowdle. And he will get a gain at 2 at the 40, or the 36-yard line, I should say. 36-yard line. 3rd and 9. Dowdle, 2 touches to start, but not a whole lot there. Can Ole Miss force a 3 and out? And both these teams coming off wins in guarantee games. Kentucky coming off their win against Toledo. 24-16 was not the prettiest game. And Ole Miss coming off that win against Georgia State. Enrico, No, different spelling. Different spelling. D-O-W-D-E-L-L. No relation. Want the top, trips to the bottom of the screen. Takes a snap, Calzada. They send 3. Step it up. Going to look to throw on the run. Fires. That ball is going to be incomplete. Broken up. Flag for PI, though. Flag for PI. And there was contact as he was trying to come back for that ball. Easy call. Wyatt Williams on the call. Ole Miss shooting themselves in the foot with penalties right now. Big time. Yeah, he made contact. He made contact. 15 yards for kick catch interference. Oh no, they're going to say, whoa, no PI. The flag is actually on Kentucky. They threw it in the area of DPI. Everyone thought for sure it was DPI. The referee says it's on the offense. They're going to say it's OPI for hooking the arm. They're going to get OPI instead. And everyone's surprised by that one. Kiffin was fist pumping when he saw that. And Stoops like, wait, what? Willie Rodriguez on the call. Obviously, this is going to get declined by Ole Miss, and it's going to be a 3 and out. And this punt's a shank. This punt's a shank out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 to the 36. Just 26 yards on the punt. And Ole Miss taking over for their second drive when we get back after the quick 3 and out. Right, Tebow played great in that playoff game. He did. All right, let's spin this wheel. Let's spin this wheel. So I do this thing, if you've never been to one of these streams before, $50 or more. I will sing any song you want me to at live band karaoke. Oh, I said 14, nothing, no surprises there. Live band karaoke so basically sing with literally a live band. So with a live band, and I will send a clip if you do want to see what that sounds like, just to show you what it is, just so you know what you're getting if you do donate. This is the most recent one when I did Tears for Fears. We got a request for that. So $50 for any song, but $25 for the song of the day. I put all the songs in a wheel. I spin the wheel. Whatever it lands on is a song that is half off for this stream and this stream only. The song is Jared with a 5. Appreciate you, man. You Want to Know by Alanis Morissette. Oh, man. Okay. And it's uncensored, by the way. It's uncensored. It's uncensored. Jared with a 5. Jordan Stevie Cannon for episode run ball. 5 seconds left at the half of the goal line with no timeouts. Oh, I gotta check that out. That is interessante. Varsity Pop, absolutely. Which game do you want, Jared? Appreciate you, man. You Want to Know by Alanis Morissette. And everything is uncensored. I do not... Everything is completely uncensored with this. I go dirty on this. Whew, that is an interesting pick. 25, I'll do it. Watching Day Warfare on Wild to the 95-96 championship. Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days under Spurrier. It's always those uncensored you make it. That is true. Which game do you want, Jared? I appreciate you a ton on that one. I'll have to check that out. Yes, I will. Yeah, I will. I will. I will. Everything is uncensored. Again, I censor myself on streams. I censor myself in streams. But music, it's all... Anything goes. Anything goes. Anything goes. Yeah, for the Commanders, it didn't work out. Obviously, like, I love Meyer as a Gator fan. As a Jaguar fan, he's like Voldemort. I hate the man. Kansas, Missouri, I'm a scoop and score 14-6 right now. So which game do you want, Jared, for Friday night? Do you want Indiana State, Indiana? Sorry, Just a Girl? It's a fun song. It's a good song. I mean, there's Man, I Feel Like a Woman. That is on there as well. Man, I Feel Like a Woman is one of the songs that is on there. How did you get... Well, I don't want to get demonetized. That's the problem. I don't want to get demonetized. The $25 for You Want to Know. By Alanis Morissette. Oh, man. Hey, Jared, somebody which give me one of those, so just put it to a vote. Appreciate you a ton, man, for the fiber. Why was Spurs so awful? Because he decided to just get his college guys. He was like, I only know Florida players, so I'm just get all the Florida players. And shocker, not all of them were that good. Hand to the side, second time, you don't care. Oh, put it to a vote. Put it to a vote. Appreciate you, man. All right, Brian on the stop. All right, so you guys are going to vote on this one. It's going to be $5 going to one of these games. I'll keep it open until the end of this drive. 2nd and 10, play action. Curl route call at the 40-yard line. Makes one, miss to the 45-50. 45-40, out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Tiptoeing the sidelines. Goes Deuce Alexander. The deuce is loose for a huge gain. Mark it at the 34. It's also very different in the NFL as well. Hand off quickly. They're going to get back to the line that sits. 2nd and 10. And the money I totally done for You Want to Know? Oh, man. It's 25 for that one. Girls 25. I love that. So, I mean, I've Girl on Fire. They're not on the list. They're not on the list. I'm surprised they have Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I am a bit surprised they don't have that song on the list. I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit surprised they don't have that one. I'm not surprised they don't have Girl on Fire. That's too slow. I don't know how that would sound with a band. But I'm a bit surprised they don't have Girls Just Want to Have Fun. They do have Man, I Feel Like a Woman and Just a Girl. They do have those songs. Two at the top, one at the bottom. Play action. Simmons. Incomplete. Thrown out of bounds. Just looking for Daquan Wright, his tight end. Waiting for the Dion fund. All right. Well, right now, Case Arizona's the one that's winning so far. Some good coaches make bad college coaches. That is true. And vice versa. We've seen a lot. We see that a lot. Two at the top, one at the bottom. In range, it'll be a 52-yard try if you don't get anything on this one. Try to do a 25, but will not let me. Oh, man. Two at the top, one at the bottom. Comeback route. It is broken up. Broken up. This one's for the girls. Love that song. They don't have it. They don't have it. Broken up there. Was looking for Alexander, and this time he will not get anything. As Nichols on the stop. Man, give me my cash app if you want. If you want my cash app, we can try that. Matt Prater is going to kick its will for the Bills this Sunday. 4th and 10, 52-yard try here. Oh, my clock is running. It should not be running. If you do it as a sticker, it might work. I don't know if you do it as a sticker, it might work. The kick here, it is off the upright, no good. Off the upright, no good, and Kentucky will not allow anything. Off the left upright, it doinks. And the Cats will take over at the 34-yard line. Meanwhile, $5 going to the Arizona game. Despite that big grab by Alexander, nothing happens afterwards. And Kentucky going to get it back. Off the miss. How's it going, CJ? Appreciate you, man. Probably the only oldest player ever played for the Bills. Really? That is shocking to me. I've been to Boston. I've been to Foxborough. I've never been to Boston. I've been to Foxborough for the Jags-Patriots game. How's it going, Tim? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. You've been $25. The song is You Want to Know. I don't know why it's not going through. If you want my Cash App, you want to do that instead. I had Baylor beating SMU. I had that in my pick'em. I'm going to get it right. I got the UConn game wrong. So they kind of collapsed down the stretch in that one. Double overtime. Baylor beats SMU. I'm not surprised by that result. I'm not surprised by that result. Good game. Good game. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe, click the above if you haven't seen today's video. We talked about the dumb decision made by Harbaugh yesterday at the end of the game, or the end of the first half. This clock management and play calling. And $25 for karaoke, you want to know. First down the 34-yard line. Well, Brady should never slid that far. I mean, his combine sucked. That was why. We knew he had the talent. The problem is that his combine sucked. He had no athleticism. I mean, he was running slower than offensive linemen. That was the issue. Kentucky went 3-and-out on their first drive. They'll get it back for drive number 2 here. Also watching that. All right. All right. And if you like what you see, folks, like and subscribe. We'll be live later tonight for Michigan, Oklahoma. We're also going to be live tomorrow night for the Bills game against the Ravens. Delaware, Michigan, more legitimate possibility. Do you think Delaware should ever change the helmet? I would say no. I would say no. I mean, they play each other. It's going to be interesting. They play each other. You can't have the same helmet. Right? It's not a lot of coaches that can do it. Yeah, Harbaugh, Carroll, Switzer. I don't even know what Switzer did. Johnson, absolutely. I'm with you on that one, Tim. With you on that one. He's in the Heisman commercials now. It feels so weird the Jaguars have a Heisman player on their team. It feels so weird. Like, oh, this actually happens to us. He was so good at Colorado, obviously. And if you don't know, I got the helmet here. I got the helmet. If you want the you want to know, I can give you the Cash App if you want. If you want that for the 25 or my Venmo, I'll count it. If you want to do it, Venmo, Cash App, Super Chat, doesn't. Or gifting memberships or one. Either way, 25 in either way, I'll do it. First down, they call a sweep to the 38-yard line. Called about a gain of 4, thrown down there by TJ Daugherty. For us right now, I'm going to be primarily watching Kansas, Missouri. I got that game on right now. I got Ole Miss, Kentucky, and I got the Fresno, Oregon State game on. Any suspicious emails? After that 1998 game? Oh, man. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Let me throw on the Oklahoma State, Oregon game. That's what I meant to do. That's what I meant to be throwing on. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Wide receiver screen behind the line. It's caught. Makes one and miss to the 45-50. Space of the 45-40. Flag on the play. 35-30. If it stands and a second flag flies in. There are 2 flags on the field. Kendrick Law on the grab. The former Bama wideout. We got some laundry to sort out here. Packers Lions 9 p.m. tomorrow here. Yep. Yeah, 4:25. That's a good time for London games. Holding on the offense. That'll be declined. Because I think there's a second hold that took place as well at the line of scrimmage. Illegal formation. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so illegal formation. The holding came way after the first down. So we're going to accept the illegal formation, decline the holding penalty. We're going to second 11 at the 33-yard line. Ryan Day, would he succeed in the NFL? I don't know if he's getting by on just the talent he's got to some extent. And obviously, the hard part is that the talent gap is an issue. Maybe the SAD was a time travel from the future and forgot people only had 1990 technology. Maybe she was. 2nd and 11. After the loss of 5 due to illegal formation. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. You don't got bad weather in the Carolinas right now. Really bad weather in the Carolinas. Wake Forest game is delayed. Clemson game is delayed. Takes a snap. Calzada. Backing up. Throws across his body. Risky throw. And bobbled and incomplete. You thought for a second it was going to be a pick. It was actually a dime. Right over the hands of the corner. And got to make that grab if you're Seth McGowan. It's a great throw off his back foot. Over the hands of Perkins in that sweet spot. And McGowan can't. Might have been tipped, actually. Might have been tipped. Who could succeed in the NFL? I think Campbell. I think Matt Campbell could. I think Kenny Dillingham also could. Dillingham, I think, could. Absolutely. 3rd and 11. I mean, he's done more with less. To start off, at least. They send 4. Calzada's screen pass caught behind the line. Dowdle makes one man miss. Can he make a second? He cannot. Pushed out of bounds using the sideline as your extra defender. Gain of 8, but shy of the 6, and they'll be forced to punt. It's another 3 and out. Are they leaving the offense out there? They're leaving the offense out there. No. No. It's 4th and 3. They're really going to leave the offense out there? You save it over Bear Bryant? I could do that, yeah. No, play clock's at 3. They got to get this off. 1-0 and timeout called by Kentucky. They'll think this one through as the clock was winding down. They'll have 2 timeouts left. I think what Saban did in this era is insane. What Saban did in that era is just ridiculous. Unless Oklahoma State gets close, I'm going to throw back on the CW for that. Again, appreciate all you guys doing. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe to this episode. It's on $25 for You Want to Know. That is the karaoke song of the day. Coach K, the GOAT of college basketball coaches? No, John Wooden. No, John Wooden's easily the GOAT. Coach K was great. He's on Mount Rushmore, but he's not the GOAT. John Wooden's the GOAT. And no one comes close. No one comes even remotely close. There's a clear top 3 with Wooden, Knight, and Coach K. I'll put Coach K at 2. But it can't be 26. Yeah, nice QB sneak on that one. I told you, KU's going to be good this year. I thought last year they lost a lot of close one-score games. I like Jalen Daniels. A lot. He's in the end zone. They're going to review that play, but that's a touchdown. It's 20 straight for the Jayhawks. And this came over on ABC if you want to watch. Appreciate all you guys being here for this stream. And again, every donation counts toward you make the call. Help me decide which game we are calling. Are we calling on Friday night? Indiana State, Indiana. Dean Smith and Bobby Knight? Oh, yeah, you could do that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. Colgate Cuse. Colorado, Houston. K-State, Arizona. What game are we doing Friday night? You're going to help me decide what we're doing. I appreciate all you guys being here for this one. If you like what you see, again, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel, more than you know. As we're trying to get to 70K. Eventually 100K, but we were trying to get to 70K. Alabama, yeah, they have the 2 greatest coaches in history of college football. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely on that. And where we left off, Kentucky, 4th and 2, they call timeout, decision time. I think you punt the ball away. I think you punt the ball away. Right, Bob Bound Web there as well. Yes, absolutely on that. Will they go for it? Here is the question. Bama haven't played yet, but yeah, Bama, I'm worried about Bama this season. I am worried about Bama. That their defense just lacks the intensity. There's not enough discipline on that team. Kentucky to go for it would be dumb decision. Not dumb decision, but I would not do it. I would punt the ball away. Yeah, now Calzada's on the sideline. They're going to punt the ball away. It's a book. Oh, I got to check that out. Yeah, now they're going to punt it away. That's a smart play. It's more like 4th and 3. It's a long 2. And for the karaoke thing, $50, any song on that list, $25 You Want to Know by Alanis Morissette. Oof, man. The punt here. I've never seen that movie. Field the 18-yard line, fair caught. 40 yards, no return on the play. Ole Miss taking over inside their own 20. Yeah, the roller coaster, yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Kentucky never passed the ball. Well, Calzada had a nice throw. Got to catch that ball if you're McGowan. Got to catch that one. Had a nice throw, though. Seeing the pressure, not bad at all. Ball the 18-yard line. Drive number 1 for Ole Miss ended in a punt. Drive number 2, a missed field goal off the left upright. Let's see what happens here on drive number 3 with Austin Simmons in his first ever road start. Iowa State win the Big 12, but I think Kansas is going to be a good team. Kansas is in my top 5 for the Big 12 this year. I think they're a very good team. First down, curl route, caught at the 24-yard line. 23, actually, gain of 5. Stuce Alexander had that big grab on the last drive to get him into field goal range. Starts the drive with a gain of 5. Michael Jordan for practice squad, 6,000 coming. There you go. Up the middle here, nice cut to the 27-yard line goes Lacey. Kawan Lacey makes it 3rd and 1. Quick to the line, a lot of tempo here. Simmons, one clap, takes the snap. Direct snap to the running back. That's a first down. Fooled him. So direct snap to Lacey. Meet a yard, got 2. But at the 29-yard line. KU's a basketball school. But playing a lot better in football. I love their coach. He has turned that program around. So yeah, that was a rough one. That was a rough one to lose a game like that. Man. Up by 2 scores with 5 minutes left. Yeah. I really thought UConn had it. I really did. I really thought UConn had that game. One of the top 2 at the bottom. Low snap and recovers. Simmons fires. Bad throw, intercepted. Intercepted at the 50 to the 45. 40 cuts upfield. 35 down to 30. Ty Bryant. TB with the INT. And Kentucky taking over at the 35-yard line. A horrible throw by Simmons. It started off with a low snap. And instead of just eating the play, living another day, Simmons makes a mistake. Decides to force it into double coverage. And that was always going to end one way and one way only. Oh, those training camps were insane back then. Those training camps were nuts. Felt the pressure off his back foot after the low snap and so that sail route to the side. Everything was out of sync right there. Isaac with a 25. Which game do you want? Which game do you want? I'll get you on the call for it. Which game do you want? This is going to be interesting. Okay. Oh, man. There it is. Had to switch to the PC. I'll put it to the University of Arizona. All right. The give here, gain of 6. The University of Arizona. That's 75 on Arizona. That's 75 on Arizona now. Colorado's in last right now. Okay. So Arizona in front. Arizona, Kansas State. Appreciate you coming in hot. So we're going to spin the wheel a second time at the next break. Because obviously there's no point in doing that, obviously, now with the, that we know the song. Now it's already been activated. 2nd and 1 after the gain of 9. Appreciate you a ton, Isaac. This will be fun. This is going to be interesting. I'm excited, though. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited. I've never done it before, obviously. 3rd and 1. My dad played high school in the 50s, said the coaches didn't allow water back then, thinking it would tough him up. That's insane. Oh, yeah, but no, there were a lot of coaches that are like that. Like water makes you weak. It's like, no, it's kind of necessary. Water doesn't make you weak. Like 90-minute practice, you only have to get water once? Yeah. Mercy and June, it's not pretty. Thank God we did not do that game. That'd be a very quick Heidi. 3rd and 1. Lining up in a QB sneak formation. Calzano needs a yard, gets it. Down to the 21. Yeah, should not give him landing ammo. No, he should not have. No, Gunny's losing his touch. You know, Corey Stringer. Yeah, Corey Stringer's out with the Vikings because of that. Yeah, Maryland also. Yeah. Was that because of water or was that because of something else? I forget if that was because they didn't take water breaks. Georgia game is now delayed as well due to weather, so Southeast just getting ravaged right now. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, just heavy thunderstorms in the area. First down, just inside the red zone, the 21-yard line after the pick by Ty Bryant. Dropping back, Calzada, looking, end zone, incomplete, no flag. Going over the middle of the field, and Stoops wants a flag, not going to get it. For Bryant, that was his 2nd pick of the year, his career, I should say, first of the season. Over the middle, slips. Let's check if there was contact on that one. There. Oh, there was a tug. Yeah, that should have been PI. That should have been PI. Yaltu's bug, yeah, I like it. That absolutely should have been PI. TJ Dottery grabbed a hold of the jersey. It was a tug. That absolutely should have been PI. He tugged the jersey, dragged it down, no call. It was a subtle enough tug that the ref didn't see it, but that should have been PI. 2nd and 10 at the 20. Man in motion is Law. Jet sweep pass to Law, trying to bounce outside. He'll get back to the line, and he'll get tiptoeing down the sideline about 8 yards. Call it 3rd and 2. I feel like calling help time. That might be what it. Yeah, that might be what it is. That might be what it was, because I don't remember if it was like a water-related thing. Third and 2. Kentucky trying to take advantage of the good field position after the Bryant interception. Maybe ties at 14. High scoring game there. One at the bottom of the screen. Fullback dive. Got the first at the 10-yard line. Needed 2, got 2. Makes it 1st and goal. It's Dowdle lining up as the fullback in that spot, or the H-back, whatever you want to call it. Goal to go situation. I gotta make a note of, obviously, you want to know. Holy cow. I cannot wait for that one. I appreciate you a ton, Isaac. You have no idea. I appreciate you a ton on that one. 1st and goal. 2 at the top of the screen. 3 minutes to go in the first. Now Law motions to the bottom. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Hand off to the side on a stretch play. Dowdle stuffed at the line. Perkins on the stop. And Princewell. I think it was actually Princewell, number 1, not number 4. My apologies on that one. It was number 1, not number 4. 2nd and goal. Either way, no gain. First time any team's been a goal to go spot today. Monsterville sending some a 2-run zinger. Oh, man. And Saints been good as of late. Saints been very good as of late, so. Phillies are a good team. Again, Phillies are my pick to make the World Series. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Now under center is Calzada. 3 on the clock. Got to get this off. They are not going to. They got to call a timeout. Did they get off in time? They do get the timeout off in time. They got 1 left. At least they get the timeout off in time. So 2 minutes to go in the first. And we take a timeout. Meanwhile, we're going to respin the wheel. Because someone donated. Isaac donated 25 for You Want to Know. So I'll be doing that the next karaoke session next week. So let's spin the wheel a second time. The new song. That is $25. Half off. La Bamba! Okay, the wheel is just being insane right now. La Bamba is the song that is $25. It's half off. Want to hear me do some Spanish? All right. Yeah, the wheel. I do not control the wheel. There's 280 songs on that. I put every single one in there. La Bamba. And if you want to hear me do karaoke, that's what it sounds like. That's the most recent one, at least. Son decided to take a nap after refusing to do so yesterday, so I broke out the walking pad. Oh, man. Yeah, you don't know with babies and their sleep schedule. You never figure it out. So I think that's the main reason I don't want kids. I think the number one reason is actually, like, I would lose all my sleep. Oh my god, so Syracuse is running sprints in front of the fans right now. Fran Brown is making the team run sprints. He's making the team run sprints after that game against UConn. Holy cow. It's like Herb Brooks. You go Gators, chomp chomp, baby. Chomp chomp. When we resume action, it's going to be second and goal. So $25 for La Bamba. $50 for any song on that list. And again, the list, if you want to see the full thing, it is here. After the game. After the game. They won the game. They literally won the game. Yeah, literally just again. Ole Miss took a timeout. They didn't like what they saw defensively, so they have 2 left. Right, it's worth it to see your baby smile unconditionally. Yeah, I guess it's something I'll never understand. But I get it. Up the middle, McGowan in the end zone for the touchdown. Gain of 9. They take advantage of the Bryant interception. And Seth McGowan puts Kentucky on the board first. It's 6-0. I think with like my schedule, with how much I work, I'd just like collapse if I had a kid. But I know people that do, and they say it's like the greatest feeling in the world. Don't work hard in the game, final work hard now. Yep, they won the game too. That's crazy. They actually won the game. Extra point here. After the McGowan score, and it's 7-0. I don't like Kiffin, but I love watching him lose. I like Kiffin. McGowan on the sweep. Had 78 yards rushing and a touchdown last week. Kentucky had 3 rushing touchdowns in their win against Toledo. All their touchdowns came on the ground. 4 touchdowns this season for the Cats. All 4 times they've scored via rushing touchdown. That is true, Doug. Oh, no, we got a lot of people in the world as it is. $7-0 the score. Can Simmons respond after that horrible interception off a horrible snap? And a kickoff here with Ole Miss getting it back after the interception. Yeah, I'm gonna say what too, like just financially at this point as well, but I know people that have kids, obviously. Some of my friends have kids, and they say it's like the most rewarding feeling in the world. We're going to 20-0. Yeah, this game's going to be a bloodbath. As we all expected. How many sprints were? I have no idea. But it was in front of the fans, too. The kickoff here will go into the end zone for a touchback. Frank Kiffin will end up at Tuscaloosa 2 years. Reminds me of Spurrier. I love Steve. I mean, I think Kiffin's a great coach. It's just a matter of the money at this point. Because you want to be the guy at Bama is the question. The pressure. He's got no pressure right now at Ole Miss. He's got no pressure. Like, he can do whatever he wants, basically. He's got a lot of pressure if he takes over. Basically for Saban after DeBoer didn't work. SEC Network. Florida game going on the big screen. In Marlins Jaguars, worst possible fan comment from the same state. I would say for MLB NFL. Yeah, I would say yes. I would say that. I would probably say yes on that one. One of the top 2 at the bottom, bunched inside. Man in motion here, play action. Nothing doing. Goes to Alexander. They send Wallace in motion. And stuffed by Saunders. 2nd and 10. The two players are also no rings. Even now with the playoff, you can get in, like, and you're in the SEC, you can get in with 3 losses. Right, Kivick failed with the Raiders. Yeah, but he was very young. He was inexperienced. I think he could work very well in the NFL now. Pressured, fires, one-on-one coverage, incomplete. Actually, the safety help was there. It was a bad throw. Miscommunication all the way. I was looking for Wallace and nowhere close. Third down. Well, in your lifetime since 2005, the worst combo. Same state for... I was going to say same state, Jets Sabres would be, but that's hockey. That's hockey. Trips to the top, one to the bottom. Pressured, middle of the field. High throw, intercepted a second time. Intercepted the 50 to the 45, 40. 35 down to 33. Simmons back-to-back drives and picks, and none of these have been close. None of these have been remotely close. It's Ty Bryant once again. He can't at war if he was sitting on a dock right now. Ty Bryant had one career interception his first 2 seasons. He's got 2 today. Already. Yeah, ball's starting up right now. Yep. Oh, Lagway, here we go. Oh, he's got time. Lagway's got time. Middle of the field. Bad throw. Got hit on the play there by Humphrey Grace. Overthrown. Not even close. And Kentucky going to get it back at the 44-yard line. Another good drive in plus territory. Simmons already 4 interceptions this season. He's got more picks than touchdowns, even though there was a guarantee game in one of them. 2 at the top of the screen with law in motion. The give bounces outside to the 32-yard line, and nice tackle there by Brown. Jamarius Brown on the stop. Back and drive starting inside Ole Miss's 35. They're always starting field goal range. Are they going to get personal foul for the horse collar? Yeah, they're going to get face mask on that one. Got twisted down, and another 15-yard penalty going against the Rebs for that face mask. They're going to say Brown grabbed a hold of the face mask, twisting down to the ground. Yeah, darts are being missed right now big time. Big time on that one. I'd be concerned with Ole Miss right now, just towards our quarterback play. And $25 for La Bamba. That is the song that is half off for the remainder of this stream. First down at the 16-yard line. 2 at the top of the screen. With Stellato in motion. Pressured, sacked. Calzada goes down at the 25. It's a loss of 8. First sack of the game. Pocket collapsed almost immediately, and then the pressure from the blind side. Will Eccles on the sack. Had half a sack last year, gets credit for a full sack there. Pressure up the A-gap, so couldn't step up. And then from the blind side, Eccles delivers it. If you want some, I would not. Trips to the top of the screen, second down. Handoff up the middle, gets some of that yardage back. Dowdle to the 22-yard line. About 3rd and 15 when we get back. Obviously, you're in field goal range right now, so you just don't want to get yourself out of range. Knowing it'll be a 2-score game. The pivot. I've not listened to this podcast. Gotta check it out at some point. Going up 6 over Georgia Tech. Oh, Big South represent, baby. Big South represent. I'll put a poll up. Who wins one? Lagway. Step up. Step up. Run for the first. Oh, he's got it. He's got the first. Let's go, Lagway. Let's go. Get that block. There you go. Oh, man. Lagway is so much fun to watch. Lagway is so good at this. Syracuse up at basketball, baby. Yep. They're not a football school. No. They are all basketball. I mean, the Dome sells out for basketball. Like, sometimes, like, they'll actually play, like, full court with the Dome and have, like, 50,000. It's an insane atmosphere. Okay, someone also asked what college stadiums I've been to. I only said 2. I actually been to 3. I've been to Syracuse. I went to a Syracuse game one time. They played Boston College. It was over Thanksgiving break. So I went inside the Dome. So I've been to 3 stadiums. I think someone asked earlier how many I've been to, and I said 2. I completely forgot I went to a Syracuse game one time. I passed by the Dome many times growing up, but I've been inside once. Liberty High Point, for us, it was a big rivalry. But Winthrop was the bigger one. Winthrop was our arch nemesis. Asheville, Winthrop, Liberty were the big three. They were the big three for us. Now I would say Longwood. Longwood has worked their way. Longwood's always that pushover school. Longwood and Presby were always pushover schools. And now Longwood is like, oh, wow. Longwood is very much, it's a different ballgame. Meanwhile, safety for Missouri going to be 21-15 in that one. DJ on the draft. Oh, he'll be a first-round pick. DJ's going to go top 10. Am I from North Carolina? I'm not. I went to school at High Point. So I'm from New York. I went to school down at High Point, North Carolina. And now I live in Arizona. But I lived in New York first 18 years of my life. Family still lives in New York. I'm a lone wolf out here. Went to school down in High Point. So I spent 4 years down there. Loved every second of it. Why the Big South hate Liberty so much? Because they had so much money. Here's why they hated Liberty so much. Here's why they hated Liberty. Look at the Buck Dome. Look at where Presbyterian plays our games in Templeton. And then look at Liberty's facilities. The enrollment at Liberty, it's also massive. Just funding-wise, even like there's some like political reasons why as well, in terms of their religious beliefs and whatnot. Like there's a bunch of reasons why Liberty was hated in the Big South. Bunch of reasons. Yeah, Longwood. Yeah, Farmville. We never really had anything against Longwood. And then they just started winning in basketball, and it became a huge rivalry. Now, High Point Longwood games are just the most intense things ever. But right now, the rivalry, I would say Asheville, Longwood, and Winthrop. So Longwood's down the big three because Liberty's out. Yeah, DJ's gonna be top 10. DJ, I mean, he can run, he can throw. Born in Arizona, but lived in Pinehurst for 10 years. So honestly, checking and finding challenge this week. Well, I appreciate you, T5. I appreciate you a ton. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the kind words. It really means a lot to me. Really means a lot to me. You know, I never played in Pinehurst. You know, I live in Phoenix now. Lived for the last 6 years. I love every second of it. I'm never leaving the state. I'm never leaving this one. 3rd and 15. Quick little screen pass timelines. Caught by Law. Makes one man miss to the 15-yard line. And we brought down right around there. This will be a 33-yard try. 90% he ran with Kentucky. It was a smart play there. Just a quick pass. Don't want to lose any yards. Just keep yourself in field goal range. Don't risk anything. With the way Simmons is playing, just make it a 2-score game. Obviously, you want to get more on that drive. Seeing where you started, but I went to a small Pennsylvania school, Messiah, hang out with a lot of undergrads. I've never heard of that school. I've been to the Liberty campus because High Point played Liberty in basketball, and I went to one of their games. Gorgeous campus. The baseball stadium's immaculate. Their baseball stadium is insane. The field goal's good. Jacob drills it. And Kentucky up by 2 scores. 2 turnovers lead to 10 points. Cats in control. The Rebs getting the ball back. A wheel route. He's open. Oh, you gotta catch that ball. Gotta catch that ball. Wheel route was open. Oh, man. I was out of board. I love the food. Oh, man. Man. I've never been like down south. I haven't really explored, like I've never been to the Grand Canyon. How much look gorgeous? Oh, it's insane. From the pictures I've seen, I've never been inside. I've never been inside the arena. I've never been inside the new arena. I haven't been to High Point since. But where we used to play was basically a glorified like gym. It's nice, but it's not anything crazy. The new arena is just insane. How confident am I in Jags Panthers? I'm not confident at all. Are you kidding me? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like a 3. I'm not remotely confident. I have the Panthers winning that game. I have the Panthers winning that one. I can't trust this team until they give me a reason to trust them. I think we're better on paper. I love the direction of this team, but until they are good, they are bad. That's my motto with the Jaguars. Being a fan for like 20 years, yeah, mindset was nice, but it was very, very big. Like too big almost. Ball the 25 after touchback. Until the Jaguars are good, they are bad. Rest of the Lawrence? No. Not even close on that one, actually. Not even close. Lawrence has better arm strength. Yeah. Trevor's better than Bryce. And that's one of the few that I think is pretty obvious for that one. You can go to 9-3 Air Force. Show the baseball team. I'll see if I can find it. 20 weather. Yeah, everyone stay safe. Everyone stay safe there. Wacky weather across the East Coast right now. Wacky weather across the East Coast. I think like a minor league team plays at Liberty as well. I could be mistaken on that. Crow route caught to the 35. Got the first. Deuce Alexander. Just trying to get Simmons in a rhythm. Some nice, easy passes, easy throws. Yeah, but like if I'll just say the Google link for it. Oh, no, we can't do that. I'll have to show it on stream. Jackson Legal game in the last 10 minutes. Hand W on silver platter. Yep, it's painful to watch me a Jaguar. Yep. You know the feeling. Simmons, they send for middle of the field, wobbly throw, tight coverage, incomplete. Quashid Scott on the coverage. New set was built after left. Yeah, I haven't seen the new one. They were building the new one. They were building the new one when as far as the 3-0. They were building the new one right as I was there. I went in, when I go? 2018, February 2018. I went to see High Point play Liberty there. To the bottom of the screen. Up the middle it goes to the 40-yard line. Down to the 41 goes Lacey. 3rd and 4. Meteorology is an important thing to study. We need a good meteorologist out there. Look at Austin Jackson. Yeah, they're in trouble right now. They're in trouble this year. They did not look good last week. There's a little fan Ole Miss making me mad. I get that. It's going to make that battle so much fun, though. Yeah, penalty sent him back. Well, the drop sent him back. The drop on the wheel route. Right in the breadbasket. 3rd and 3, QB power, not there. You figure they got to go for it here. You figure with the way playing, you have a shot here, 4th and inches, near midfield. You could have, yeah, you could have. Before I had, I wasn't doing this back then, so we could have crossed paths at some point. How many years have these teams been playing football? These teams over 100 years. Over 100 years at this point. We have a stoppage here. Yeah, let's see if I can show you the Liberty Stadium while we have this quick stoppage. I mean, it's gorgeous. For a college ballpark, it's gorgeous. 4th down. They're going. They're going to throw. They're going to throw on 4th and inches. It works. Caught. 1 to beat. Down at the 2. They throw on 4th and inches. And Harrison Wallace with a monster grab. They go quick to the line. Ball at the 2. Risky play. But they get 55 yards. And they'll get the final one. They go quick. Lacey. Oh, Lacey. Kawan Lacey. Quick at the line. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Wow. Back shoulder throw. Simmons has a swagger back. They go on 4th and inches in their own territory. They throw the ball. Wallace with a great grab. Beats his corner. Breaks the tackle by Jordan Lovett. That's a bad sequence for Lovett there. Yeah, all across the East Coast. My sister's saying it's nuts where she is right now, too. The extra point to make it a 3-point game. That was a gotta-have play for Ole Miss, and man, do they have that. 10-7. Simmons to Wallace. The big chunk play. Lacey finishes it off with his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. And last year was at Mizzou. Transfer this year to Ole Miss. Going to a different SEC school. You lose better now, the question? Yep. Yeah, I know it's bad on the East Coast. I know, like, my sister said it's, like, just a mess right now. She said it's monsooning there. That was, like, an hour ago, so. It's nice with Arizona. I never really have to worry about the weather. If I ever have to worry about the weather, it's, like, okay, like, 1 hour for... I have to worry for 1 hour for, like, a dust storm. But other than that, Nothing really. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Not really being talking about pack the line, so be a good chance of getting stuff from up the middle. Well, I think that the problem with throwing there is you're in your own territory. It's a risky play. And the other thing, too, with throwing in that spot is that your quarterback has not been good today. He has not been good. He threw back-to-back interceptions. So, it's one of those where you have to really put a lot of trust in your quarterback. And it paid off, obviously. It very much paid off. Yeah, people don't know that. People thought he was a one-school guy. Or 27-3. Thank God we did not do that game. Yeah, I think you guys picked the right game, though. Kansas-Mizzou's been fun. Kansas-Mizzou's been a fun one, too. But the other option was Colorado-Delaware. I'm guessing Colorado's up by a lot in that one. Colorado is up 10-0. Huh? And Delaware's driving, actually. Delaware's driving. Okay, hang on. I'm going to throw that. On. That failed after the probably not. I mean, he's an aggressive coach. It's one of those who live with the aggression, die with the aggression. I wouldn't agree with it. Allard top 10 pick? No. I think Nussmeier's coming out. Sellers, if he comes out, Lagway, that's 3. I don't think we're going to see 4 quarterbacks in the top 10. And Allard, there's too many inconsistencies with Allard. He'll go. He might go first round, but I don't think he's going top 10. Sam Houston, Hawaii. I'm guessing the Mountain West app. I'm going to guess the Mountain West app on that one. I don't know exactly. I don't know, though. Let's double check. Okay, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Yeah, that game starts at midnight. And that game is on the Mountain West app. Yeah, Mountain West Network. So you can watch it online. Hundo Jack, I'll do it. Hundo Jack, I will do Sam Houston, Hawaii tonight. Why not? Oh, no, wait, I can't. Hang on, actually, I can't. Hang on. Scratch that. Yeah, nice with John Swing's fight. Well, that was covered in the Secret Base documentary. I don't know yet, because, again, I didn't know if we're doing OT or not tonight, because I might be doing some tonight. I have no idea. Drawn shirts, nice. Kickoff will go into the end zone for a touchback. Ball to 25. The Giants Vikings problem with that is that one was already covered pretty much in depth. I don't have the final line. I don't have enough screens for the final. Don't have enough screens. So how do they hear and think about? Yeah, we do another Hawaii game. At that point, we do a different Hawaii test game. But tonight, I don't know yet. I don't know. No, one of my friends from out of town is coming in. My friends from out of town. It was like a last minute thing, completely last minute thing. They're like, hey, I'm gonna be in town this week on like a work trip. So if you're not doing anything Saturday night, I'm like, okay. It was like a completely last minute work trip. To the top of the screen, gonna stretch it out. So the 29, but it's very up in the air because we don't know about their work. So very up in the air. So I don't know yet. So that's why I said game time decision on that. Gain of 4 on the stretch. The same thing about living in Phoenix is that sometimes, I mean, it's a big enough city where sometimes people just come in and are like, hey, I'm in town this week. Like, work sent me here. I'm like, okay. 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5, trips to the bottom of the screen. Running back to his left. Got a field goal last time. Play action, pump fake twice, then a screen that's caught. Was there anyone down the field too early, though, is the question. Gain of 9, they're going to say no. First down. First down on that one. Gain of 10. Considering the fact that you call that wide receiver screen, I think that hit the ground. Hang on a second. That might have hit the ground. That might have hit the ground. When you call that wide receiver screen and you pump fake on it, yeah, that hit the ground. That's coming back. That's coming back. Hang on a second. Hang on a second, folks. They're reviewing this. I think that's incomplete. This should not take long to overturn. Let's double check this. First of Capital Liberty? About 90 minutes. It was about a 90-minute drive. It wasn't anything crazy. All the schools in Big South are very close to each other. Candy, how's it going, Greasy Flight? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate tuning in all the way from Canada. We got a few Canadians in the chat. I noticed we have quite a few Canadians. Butker's missed kick. I mean, I made the same joke that Rich Eisen made, so I can't even hate him on that one. I made the same joke. Coastal Carolina, yeah, they were a long ways. Yeah, Charleston Southern was always the furthest. They were the furthest school, but I love in the Big South how, like, you had all the schools in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. At one point, it was a 4-4-4 split. You had 12 schools, and it was a 4-4-4 split. I stream, of course, Deb. Of course, I stream every day. I stream every day on here. I want to be your comfort. I want to be just something you can always throw on and always be entertained by. And I appreciate you a ton. Appreciate you a ton on that. Yeah, we stream every Saturday, 3 games for college football. We stream Sunday Night Football, Monday night. We do Action, baseball, college basketball, Olympics, World Cup. We do everything under the sun every day. And Jerry Jones somehow got into a fanciful commercial. Was UNC fun? No. UNC Raleigh, 75 minutes. I know people that had season tickets to the Hurricanes. I know people that went to like every Canes game. And that's right where that one is. For the Golden Nine with a minute left in the third quarter on 24-10. No, not dumb decision. No. No, there's still plenty of time. Still plenty of time. I'm fine kicking the field goal in that spot. Mizzou just made an insane catch. Olga Bode just made an insane catch for the Tigers. If that stands, that is top 3 catch of the season. And Delaware just scored a touchdown. Yeah, I don't know how he came down with that ball. That was incredible by Mizzou. Yeah, it stands. It stands. 57% I think that was not a catch. I'm inclined to agree. 4th and 1, South Florida going for it. And, oh, he got the first. I got it. I love NC State, UNC, Charlotte, and Duke games. NC State has sad stadium. Wake Forest is one sadder. Yeah. 3rd and 5. I've seen the outside of those venues. Middle of the field, incomplete. Was looking there for Willie Rodriguez as tight end. Davidson? No, I went to a Davidson game one time. I went to a Davidson basketball game. One of my best friends at college worked for Davidson and went to like all the Davidson games growing up. It was about like an hour. I was like, you gotta take a lot of back roads to get there, but it's about an hour. Again, obviously, they made that not a catch. It hit the ground. Guilford College? No. Guilford College was like, I think like 20 minutes. Guilford College, from what I remember. Yeah, it's in Greensboro, yeah. We played them for a few events. I was like, I've never been there, but it's like 20 minutes. Oh, they're reviewing this play. Oh, I think he got the first. App State is about 2. Boone is like a 90-minute drive. Louise McCray? No. Punt here, not a great one. Bounced at the 30-yard line, so no return on that one. About 41 yards. Ole Miss gets it from College of North Carolina. Yep. Basically, High Point's pretty centralized, so really everything is close except for Asheville. But App State, I've been to Boone. Gorgeous. Michael Locke, I'm giving to the Death Valley does not compare to LSU's. Yeah, I got to check out both at some point. Play action, comeback route, caught the 35-yard line and out of bounds at the 37. Gain of 3 on that one. Or 2nd and 3, I should say. Gain of 7. And that's Stribling on the grab. Simmons starting to get into a bit of a rhythm after back-to-back interceptions through that great pass on 4th down. 2nd and 1, handoff here. Up the middle, 1st down, the 46-yard line. But flag on the play. There's Lacey. Yes. Campbell's down the Big South. Hands to the face is the call. Campbell is no longer there. They're in the CAA. They're in the CAA now. 5 catches, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. Pretty good. Yeah, easy hands to the face call on Humphrey Grace. So easy personal foul call, moved up to the 39-yard line. Ole Miss was down by 10. They go for on 4th, they get it. Force a stop defensively. And now driving here. Back it up 5 yards. Pre-snap penalty. False start. 1st and 15. I think it's from Harvard to New Zealand Rugby. That's incredible. That is amazing. We're all over the world. First down at the 21-yard line. Bouncing out to the 18. Gain about 4. Goes Lacey. Second and 6. It seems nice close up. Handoff up the middle. Lacey will get a yard. Make it 3rd and 5 at the 16. Arizona's game be the night game. All the games on the right side of the screen are Friday night. Yes, all the games on the right side of the screen are Friday night. You still can pay for Micah. Yep, still cannot do that. Third down, handoff up the middle. And Simmons takes himself. QB power. He is in the end zone. The knee did not come down. Back-to-back touchdowns for the Rebs. And it's 13-10. Let's just double check. I think he's in. That touches the white. But where was the elbow down? Well, from that angle, I don't think he's in. From that angle, I don't think he's in. From that angle, I think he's down at the 1. I think he's short. Original call was touchdown. I think the elbow was down. You're going to mark it at the 1-yard line. Elbow was down. Oh, yeah, our players were terrible. Yeah. Whitehead started like every game. He was not that good. Ball at the 1. They got a touchdown last drive, 1 yard away from doing it here. Lacey punched it in last time. This time they'll go direct snap. And denied to Damian Taylor. Proctor could play. Proctor could play. 2nd and goal. The 2010 was better. The first year of the Tubby was not bad. Then it kind of fell apart. In the wing T formation, direct snap here. To the back, touchdown. Damian Taylor. DT with a TD. And Ole Miss takes their first lead of the game. Back-to-back touchdown drives for the Rebs. Literally, South, was I happy? I was loving it. Yeah, I was like, okay, it makes our path a little bit easier. Come on with two. Taylor just made 2 poor decisions. I didn't see what they did. I didn't see what they did. I did not see what they did. What they do? I did not see it. Appreciate you, Gamana. That puts you... you're still outside at the top. Extra point is good. 14-10. Week 2 hot takes so far? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Not a lot of the big teams have played so far. I think my hot take would be... I think UConn's going to win 10 games this year. I think UConn's gonna win 10. I don't know, like, if I have any, like, hot takes so far from week 2. Poor offensive scheme with 9 seconds left, down 10. Now we're seeing the second half decide to take a knee like a coward. Well, where were they taking a... Down 9 seconds left, down 10. Where are they taking the knee at? No, it's definitely not him. So they're on 25? No, just stick a knee in that spot. You need to get 50 yards. You need to get 50 yards. You have one play to get 50 yards to get the field range. No, you don't do that. 9-3, 4 B and C and Duke are going to be hard. Yeah, I think one of those two at least. I don't know, a quarterback right now the national public should pay more attention to. Personally, I think Miller Moss. I think Miller Moss from Louisville. I really like him a lot. I know I've said that name a lot, but I like Miller Moss. I think people kind of slept him after everything that happened at USC, and obviously with how many good quarterbacks there are right now. If Clemson loses to Troy, that would be insane. That would be insane. But I think Miller Moss. Get a 20 press to go for the Hail Mary. Yeah, but the odds you do that versus the odds of taking a sack in that spot. You have 2 last names? Yep. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Yep, you gotta. Trevor Lawrence. Salter, yeah. Wasn't crazy about him the first game at Colorado. Liked him at Liberty, but first game at Colorado was not the best. Caleb Downs missed 60. That's how it has a 6%. You gotta do something. Yeah, but it's just too risky. Too risky. The game could get very ugly if you get sacked on that or lose the ball or whatnot. Like 9 seconds, you're on 25. I'm fine with that. Kickoff, end zone, touchback. I think he's at a wedding today. I think Sports Talk is at a... He's going to hop in now because he was at a wedding. I think his cousin's wedding. Or have her behind. Oh, that'll do it. That will do it. That will do it. Kentucky trailing for the first time today. Back-to-back drives that went nowhere. And Calzada, 4 for 9 today. Maybe it's a place to win. Yeah, now with 9 seconds. Yeah. I'm fine with it. Some North Carolina's asking me. Oh, Belichick. Oh, God bless Belichick. Timeout, Kentucky. They have none left. That play clock was winding down. The last thing you want to do on the first play, you had plenty of time to get a play in. Last thing you want to do is call timeout. Meanwhile, 3-3 in the Florida game. And they have none left for the rest of the half. They have the money that close? Yes, it does. So 3-3 in the Florida game. Again, this game kind of terrifies me. It did it at first, and then I saw South Florida play Boise. I'm like, oh, crap. This could be a very, very interesting game. I was like, can we cancel it? I was like, can we do something else? I was like, can we... Yeah, those fourth down conversions are just gonna... Those fourth down conversions. Like Retro Bowl? I've never played it. I've never played it. Man in motion is law. Gonna keep himself. Calzada on first down. Fires in the flat on play action. Caught out of bounds at the 33. We'll call it a gain of 8 for Willie Rodriguez, the tight end. And not the end of the first half like that. As Rick wrote with the World Cup, we also cheer for Germany. Good teams. Well, Germany at least. England's a lifetime of heartbreak. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. So an 8-yard gain turns into 15 more. Do the math on that? It's a 23-yard gain. And yeah, that's a late hit. High hit. It's late. Easy call there. They're going to get that one on Taj Chambers. We're up to the 48-yard line now. Kentucky at midfield. They're close to it. More college football fans not watch NFL than NFL fans watch college football? Yeah, I mean, just if you look at the ratings, yeah. I mean, just look at the championship. The Super Bowl has 120 million people watching it. The championship for college football is about 18 million, 20 million. Huge difference. Half up the middle, down to the 44-yard line. Gain of 7 for Dowdle. And we'll be live later tonight for Michigan against Oklahoma. We got 3 games on the docket tonight. Spend all his money to win on Camel, put on Germany World Cup. That was a phenomenal commercial. That Singaporean commercial was just the funniest thing. Saying he's gonna rock the man. Everything is falling apart for the fish. 2nd and 3. One at the bottom of the screen. One at the top is Laws in motion. They're gonna give it up the middle once again, and they got the first down the 40-yard line. It's Dowdle. Down 8%. You got no choice. Yeah, not with 30 minutes left in the game. Obviously, fourth quarter, different story, but not with that little time, not with that much time left in the game. That's a lot of time. And $25 for La Bamba for karaoke, $50 for any other song with the live band. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Noel scored 11. Oof. East Texas A&M almost had him. You know, that's a good win for Florida State if you were Texas A&M Commerce. If you remove Commerce, that's a heck of a win. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Play action to Calzada. They send 4. Plenty of time. Fires to the sideline. Double coverage incomplete. Tight coverage all the way. KU calls timeout. Wait. Okay, wait. I didn't see what just happened in the KU game. Hang on. What was the situation? Hang on. I guess we'll see. Okay, wait. 2nd and 10. 13 seconds. Mizzou's got the ball. Wait, what? Why did they call timeout there? Wait. Why? Are we sure they were the one that called timeout? Why would they do it? Wait. Why would they do that? Swings it out behind the line of scrimmage. Caught the 35, down to the 34. Gain of 6. Wait, what? Wait, what am I missing? Hang on. Let me go back in the stream. Let me go back in that one. There's something I'm missing here. Hang on. So I go down to the 46. Third and 4. Scrambling out, fires on the run, caught the 19. First down, gain of 15. Wait a second. That's called a gift. Wait. I have to be missing something. Okay, so let me just go back. Okay, so they get the first. Wait. Okay, I missed. Okay, here we go. So they have the long run. Then clock is going. Okay, 19. First down at the 18-yard line. Man in motion at the top of the screen. Goes Ferrier. Now 2 at the bottom. 1 o'clock. Gotta get this off. They're not gonna get this off. Well, they just do. There's a half-second delay. Incomplete pass to Caddis, the tight end. Brings up 3rd down. Or 2nd down, I should say. Okay, okay. Let's see this. Okay, so they call the passing play. It's caught. No, it's wait. Nah, wait. No, that ball, No, that ball was dropped. The clock was stopped. They just want to get the defense set. Wait. No, that's not a dumb decision. Wait. Am I missing something? 2nd and 10. Handoff here over the middle goes to Dowdle. Dowdle hurdles the guy down to the 14-yard line. 3rd and 5 coming up. Okay. So first down, Missouri calls a run. Missouri calls a run on first down. They get a huge gain. They get past midfield. Yeah, I think the clock was stopped. Because the pass was incomplete. They just want to get the defense set. They didn't give Mizzou an extra play. One of the top 3 at the bottom. Yeah, no, he dropped the ball. The clock was stopped. Calzada as they send 4. Looking, pressure, flushed out. Florida touchdown. Calzada, back of the end zone. Triple coverage! Lucky that wasn't picked off. Triple coverage. I think it's a flag on this Florida touchdown. Just threw it up for grabs for some reason, and very fortunate that fell harmlessly to the ground. Jacob going to try a field goal now with 4:35 to go. Yeah, I don't think that's a dumb decision. I think the clock was stopped. I don't think gave him an extra play. Kick is good. It's 2 for 2 today. With 4:31 to go in the first half. 14-13. Kentucky answers the backdoor touchdown of Ole Miss with a touchdown of their own. You rush me anywhere. I'm with you there. Yeah, touchdown call back for holding. Man, should have said it was on the foot today. Yeah, the clock was stopped, Keller. The clock was stopped. Unless I'm missing something, the clock was stopped. He dropped the ball. If he called the ball, a different story, but he dropped the ball. I don't think the announcers realized, if you're saying it was a gift, I don't think they realized he dropped the ball. Let's just check Twitter. Because I don't think I'm missing anything with that. Zone reaction? Okay. All good. You know what Fly should apply with the runner first and 1 out, but not for the reason you think I'd say? To get the faster runner out? I mean, I gotta get the faster runner out. The kickoff bounces into the end zone for a touchback. But I think it's a risk-reward play to get the faster runner out. Is UK a bottom 3 SEC program? This year, no. No, I don't think so. I think Mississippi State's at the bottom. I don't have the rest, but I think Mississippi State would be at the bottom. I could be regretting that. I will say ASU plays tonight in Starkville. I could be regretting saying that, but I think Mississippi State is the worst team in the SEC. But I might be eating a lot of crow in about 4 hours' time. You can push the top clock, yeah. Yeah, that's top clock, yeah. My clock will start 30. Yeah. One of the top, two at the bottom. They give up the middle. Trying to find some room at the 28-yard line. Gain of 3 for Diggs. Logan Diggs on the carry. Corner chat, all good. All good. Had 91 yards rushing last time. This one's going to count for Florida. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown for Florida. That one's going to count. Nice pass in the flat, wide open. Anybody South Florida penalty. Come back route caught by Wallace, and Wallace down to the 40-yard line. Having a good game so far. Should have been several this game. All good. Oh no, are you kidding me? It's pass interference on the offense. Are you kidding me? That's 2 touchdowns taken off the board. Hand off up the middle. Gain of 2. Oh my. I swear to God, this game. This game is going to drive me off the wall. And Mississippi State will make it those words. Yep. Oh man. Holy cow. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Handoff up the middle to the 45-50. Breaks the tackle. 45 still going. 45 cuts upfield. 35 keeping the pile moving to the 32. Yeah, it was blocking down the field. That's the right call. That's the right call. It was blocking down the field. You know, 26 on that one. Ole Miss driving here with about 3 minutes to go in the first half. This game is just going to be the end of me. It was blocking down the field. The ball was in the air. That's the right call. I hate it. It's the right call. It was blocking down the field. The ball was in the air. Man. Ohio up on West Virginia. Whoa. What's that? That's halftime, right? Well, I do not have that game on. If Oregon Trader Oklahoma State, they're an FCS team. I mean, they're very bad. Gundy's lost his touch. I think. So we have an injury timeout. That's the reason for the stoppage right now in this one. But we have 1st and 10. Clock now resumes with 3 minutes to go. Lagway, second read. Checks it down the angle route. That's a nice play. Break a tackle. Okay, down to this 18. Okay, I'll take that. 3rd and manageable. 3 wide, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. The give to the outside. Bouncing here is Lacey. And Lacey down to the 27. Gain of 5. Maybe the 28. We'll call it 2nd and 5 here. And obviously, Kentucky has no timeouts. That's the interesting wrinkle in this. You don't want to get back to Kentucky. They don't have to go tempo here. But they are. Lacey, nothing doing. Loss of 1. That should take us to a 2-minute timeout. Okay, Lagway back shoulder incomplete now. They never had a chance. Now you should not call a play here. You should not call a play here if you are Ole Miss. Time is not an issue. You should not call a play. Take it down to 2 minutes. Trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. Again, I don't think they're going to call a play. Trying again with a hard count. And they'll take it down to the 2-minute timeout. Again, Kentucky has no timeouts. Had to burn them on some clock issues in terms of getting the playoff in time. Best uniform in college football? Ooh. I love the Gator unis. I love the orange and blue. I mean, it's just such a identifiable, clean look. Field goal for Florida. Got it. Okay, we're good. 6-3. But man, unbiased opinion, Florida. The blue and the orange are just such a great look. I mean, Michigan's great. Michigan uniforms are great. They're a classic. But I mean, I gotta go Florida. I mean, those unis are insane. I also say UCLA and USC as well. Especially when they play each other at Rose Bowl. That is such a great combination. Such a great combo. All right, let's look for someone to rate at the half. Let's look for someone to rate at the half. Let's see again. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel to try and grow this community even more. All right. I figure who we're gonna raid. We could raid this guy. Yeah, Penn State, it's a clean look. It's a clean look. Yeah, we can raid this guy. I don't know if it's going to take a break at the half, but we'll see. Raid a Pirates spot. I should do that. That won't be too bad. Hopefully, as long as I stay on. As long as I stay on, obviously. Now, if you're Ole Miss here, I would call a high percentage pass. I would call like a slant or a screen, something like that, get a convoy out in front, knowing that Kentucky has no timeouts. So you want to keep the clock moving. At the same time, you want to get the first down, obviously, because you do want to get 6 on this, or 7 on this drive. But I want to keep the clock moving. Not that they can't do anything in 120, but the difference between 120 and 2 is a lot. Meanwhile, you never had a lot of people were freaking out about UNLV, Idaho State. A lot of people freaking out about that outcome. New Mexico is only up by 1 on Idaho State. Idaho State is down by just 1 against the Lobos in the 4th quarter. You say it's the best of Blue Blood? They haven't been won in a while. I've been won in a while. So, New Mexico up by 1 on Idaho State. Mountain West FCS. So, maybe Idaho State, not your typical FCS school. So, UNLV might not be cause for concern. Because Idaho State trailing by 1 in the 4th quarter against the Lobos. So, there's a New Mexico. Yeah, the old Mexico, New Mexico, Newer Mexico. That'd be great. We should annex Mexico and then call it Newer Mexico. That's what we should do. New Mexico and Newer Mexico. That's what we should do. Paul, the 29-yard line. It's going to be that swing pass. It's called stay in bounds. Got to stay in bounds here. Makes one man miss. Makes a second. Still going. Brought down to 25. And now it's 4th and 3. Cross concern about Chiefs? No. I mean, they're not projected to win that game. I will not get concerned with the Chiefs until week 8. Ask me in week 8. Finally, Mexican Coke? That's a good question. Yeah, we would have heighted Oregon. If we had Oregon, that was one of the 4 options. We would have heighted that one. It was 41-3. We would have heighted out of that game to a more competitive battle. Which probably would have been this one. Or I probably would have go to Florida USF at that. No, because timing-wise would be off. They're allowed to go for it. They went just starting it with a hard count. Well, I went for it last time on 4th. And they got it. They'll call a timeout with 1 on the play clock. So they take it all the way down. Smart clock management by Ole Miss. Now, will they kick or will they go for it? Decision now scores back from Missouri. Again, 9 seconds. You don't have time to do what... I mean, you have very little time in 9 seconds. I'll put a pull-up. Should you go for it here? 4th and 3 at the 25. You get the first. Basically, Kentucky cannot touch the ball again for the rest of the half. You don't get the first, obviously you don't score. You get a field goal, you get back to Kentucky, but it's going to be a 4-point game. Because it's a 43-yard kick. You can go either way on this one. You could go either way on this one. And also keep in mind, as we are talking about all this, that Ole Miss started with the ball. They will line up for the field goal. He's going to take the points. Carniero missed his first kick off the left upright. This one, he will split the pipe on. Down the middle, Kentucky, no timeouts, down by 4, but a chance to double dip. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was, Michael. He was. Kentucky gets the ball to start the half, so a chance to double dip here. I'm like every single human being loves to work, and he works the most on the weekend. Yeah, it's like Tuesday and Wednesday are like my off days. They're not even like off days. I'm still working like crazy, but they're like my office days. Like, oh, I actually have some free time. Some free time. Not a lot of free time, but some free time. Kentucky ball here. 4-point game. What was the Aflac trivia question? Who's the longest tenured head coach in the SEC? And they show Mark Subas during the whole time. I mean, that's the easiest question ever. They show the guy. It could be anyone, really. DeBoer. DeBoer is the longest tenure coach. Kickoff, end zone, touchback. Right, they're not going to be for long. Yep, not for long. Yeah, then it gets wild. Action games get wild. I'm excited for that. I am pumped for that. I saw Florida's second read not there. Checks it down. It's a bad pass. Good. Nice defense. Stick your hand up, young man. There you go. So 1:05 to go in the first. Yes, you mentioned that last night, Stupid, as well. Also, it's funny when they literally show Stoops on the sideline while they're showing the question. It's like, okay, that made it very easy. Oh, it's a great stop there in the open field. Yeah, if they lose this game, yeah, he's not getting fired. You've been able to getting back on field? Okay, weather's clearing up to some extent. Sharma so far, good inning management. He handled the end of the first half very well. That loss was not on him. It was on Eberflus. Handoff gain of 4. Again, Kentucky with no timeouts. See how they want to play this with the ball in the second half. Which I thought managed it very well. Oh, they're taking their sweet time here. They are not going to go down the field with a minute 5. They are not calling... You're out of the way. All right. They're not calling a play. Wow. They are taking their sweet time at the 25. First down the run to the 40. Get no timeouts. 45 down to 48. Clock's going to stop for the moment. Now, that's one that you can question, Gatmana. With 65 seconds left, that's a little bit different. But they do get a first, and now they go. Tick, 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 tick. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Kentucky. Trying to drive, makes one man miss. That's a big play to make him miss. Gets out of bounds. First down at the 40, gain of 13. Macklin, Jamori Macklin. I'll just say that and get done in 5 minutes, I wanted the same thing. Just get to the party. Ooh, Ohio by 10. Oh, boy. It's Florida force a 3 and out. Macklin making the man miss. If they didn't make him miss, that's inbounds, and that's the end of the game. Or the end of the half, I should say. That's the end of the game. Happy birthday. I am not giving you $500, but happy birthday. Trips at the top, 1 at the bottom. Do they get this off? Yeah, they were all out of sorts. Yeah, that's very clearly... No, it's one game. It's one game. To one of the best teams in football. They scored their final 5 possessions. It's not over until it's over. Yeah, there was like 10,000 penalties on that one. Half the line wasn't moving. I don't think anyone knew what was going on. They're all out of sorts right now. There have been a few times today where Kentucky has no idea what's happening. Eligible man downfield. Take your pick on what it was. Calling to the student for your birthday? When's your birthday? When's your birthday? We might make that happen. But back it up to the 45. I mean, it was all out of sorts on that one. First and 15. Calzada scrambling. They send 3. Pump fake. Eats the sack out of bounds. Flag on the play. The clock didn't start. The clock needed to start a long time ago. That was not a 2-second play. Hot takes of cultural in general through 2 weeks. Bama's in trouble. I think Bama's in some serious trouble. Oh, yeah, oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that's why it was. I forgot that's why I did the 227. Flag on this play. Again, more time should have come off the clock. That was not a 2-second play. Holding on the offense, back it up, and Kentucky all out of sorts. If it wasn't for Bryant's interceptions, I don't know where this team would be right now. If it wasn't for the Bryant picks, he's single-handedly keeping him in this game. This offense has been all out of rhythm. First and 25. You need to get the 40. You were at the 40. That's Chris. You were at the 40. And then 2 penalties in a row. You're now backed up. You need to get 15 yards here. And the clock is not right. The clock, they might review. Yeah, they're going to put 4 on the clock. Yeah, you only have time for 1 play. I was going to say, with 8 seconds, but there were not 8 seconds. That was definitely not a 2-second play. There's no such thing as a 2-second play. Especially not that. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. They got to go Hail Mary here. No other options. Timeout Ole Miss. They'll make sure their defense is set for the Hail Mary. Don't commit any penalties and you're good. Yeah, Iowa State's winning. Yep. I think UNLV... Again, I still stuck with UNLV to make the playoff. I still stuck with that. Is that a hot take? I mean... Is that a hot take? I guess my legit hot take is UConn's going to win 10 games. My legit hot take is UConn wins 10 games this year. That's my legit hot take. I guess Bama in trouble. I guess a lot of people are saying that. Yeah, Idaho State. I think Idaho State's legit. I think that's more about Idaho State, not about UNLV. Find the dumb decision? Not yet. I mean, not from everything I've seen just yet. Bama 0-2, now they're 0-1. If they lose tonight, they're 0-2. They change the culture now for better. The fact that the players said we're not allowed to be late to meetings anymore imply that they were able to be late to meetings last year. No, they're not making the playoffs. No, UConn's making the playoffs. No chance on that. As an independent, you got to run the table. They didn't run the table. All right, final play. So you thought that good? They might be. They send 3. Calzada going to take off and run. 50, 45, 40. Tosses it. That's a forward lateral. Not that it's going to matter. He's out of bounds to the 17. There should be a flag on that one. Either way, that's the end of the half. Clearly a forward lateral. Not that it mattered. 3 straight penalties to end that drive for the Cats. Not pretty. Kentucky does get the ball to start the half. That's the good news. The bad news is that they're all out of sorts right now. And they trail by 4 after leading 10-0. Ole Miss scores 17 of the final 20 points of the first half. We're going to raid this guy. I am interested to see. 9 a.m. Eastern for a dumb decision? No. Why would that be? That's just a... They had to try something. We're going to raid this guy. This guy's name is Kentucky Football Nation. He's got about 500 subs, under 500 subs. All right, gonna raid them. See you guys in 18 minutes for the start of the second half. I'll put a poll up. Who do you think wins this one? And then we'll take our halftime break. Appreciate you guys tuning in. See you guys on the other side in 18 minutes. Kentucky, Ole Miss on ABC. Ole Miss leads by 4. Wait, he's blocking. Wait, hang on. He's blocking him. Oh, crap. Hang on. Take 2. My God, no one knows how to handle a raid. No one knows. Raids are good things. Let's try that again. I'm not leaving my room yet. Hang on. Let's try that again. Let's try a second raid. Who do I want to go with? He's on break. There's no one. Oh, my goodness. I was like, we're never in him again. Clearly not. What the actual... Oh my goodness. Sorry. I'm not sure anyone's doing this game. I don't know why no one's doing this game. Okay. Let's do... See if anyone's doing the Florida game. Hang on. I don't know why no one knows how to handle a raid. All right. Let's try this again. Let's do some Kansas, Missouri. Let's do some Kansas, Missouri. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Let's try this a second time. Nope. No one's doing Kansas, Mizzou. I don't think anyone's doing Kansas, Mizzou. No. No one's doing Kansas, Missouri. Okay. So I gotta check. I actually have to check out the highlights after. I gotta check out the I gotta check out the stream after. I have to check that out afterwards. Gosh. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Okay. We'll try this guy. We'll try this guy. Shank ENT Sports plus vlogs plus fitness. We'll try him. We'll try him. Shank ENT Sports. Take 2. Colorado Delaware raid. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty, guys. Finally, the intro works on the first time. Finally, we got the technical difficulties sorted out. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this one as we start the second half here in Lexington. 17-13, Kentucky gets the ball to start the second half. I don't have a second raid win. I didn't see any comments, so I'm hoping the second raid went pretty well. The first one, whew, man, I will have to check that out with the first one, because that was an interesting reaction from what you guys were telling me. But I would just set everything up in the living room for football tomorrow so I can get all the TVs, because I keep all the TVs in storage and then I take them out of my bedroom closet for that. 9-6 is the half in the Florida game, meanwhile. So I'm calling my house feels like a lake right now. It's not pleasant. Oof. That does not sound pleasant. All right, Kentucky gets the ball to start. Rough half for them. If it wasn't for the 2 picks by Ty Bryant when they had great field position, they've been in some serious trouble. They have not scored. They've only scored 3 points on drives starting in their own territory. Yo, the punt got blocked? Yeah. I mean, punting on 17 is not the worst. What was the distance? What down? It's 4th and what? So I can be here for less years. Busy on a car. Ooh, that sounds important. How'd it go? Kickoff here. It's 59%. You think Ole Miss holds on to this lead? Kentucky missed their chance to double dip by committing 3 straight penalties at the end. Hopefully it went well. Drew upload the greatest game for Cowboys-Eagles. I don't know if that was really a greatest game. When I think greatest game, I think sloppy game. I don't think of that. I'm not sure if that's really a greatest game kind of situation. I'm not sure if that's a... when I think greatest game, I think like punt fest. I think complete sloppiness. I don't think of that. Yeah, that was a bad thing. Yeah, that's crazy. You would think. 4th and 7? What yard line? First fire got a 98 Volvo V9 for $1,000. Wow. Wow. How many miles on it? 1,000's not bad for a car, obviously. On the top to the bottom, as long as you can still drive. It's got miles. Slant pass caught. Law incomplete. Looking for Law and too much traffic there. 2nd and 10. Kind of slopping than a 1 hour weather delay. Yeah. Mexico took the lead. I want Idaho State pulled off the upset. I think Idaho State's going to be a good team this year. I think that is... The UNLV game is more of an indictment on how good Idaho State is versus how bad UNLV is. Because again, I was never panicking about UNLV after that game. Like, they're going to be fine. Mullen's going to have that team in a good spot. I still have them going to the playoff. 24,000 miles. Ooh, okay. It's going to fall apart soon. But $1,000 isn't bad, but I don't know how much longer it's got. Unless they're really good with cars. Stretch play, gain of 3. McGowan. Looks high-profile follower. I would probably say yes on that. From what I know. I mean, Grossi, but I'd probably say John Boys and Grossi, probably. Thanks for the Jays 3-1. They're catching up. Catching up. Instant look all the week. I mean, that was obvious. That one I get. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. 3rd and 7. Motion now close to the line is Law. They send 3 plus a spy. Now they send the 4th. Calzadas get rid of it. Fires on the run to the sideline. Incomplete. Out of bounds. Macklin the intended target. And it's a quick 3 and out. They will have no chance to even come close to double dipping as they end the first half running out of time and start the second half with a 3 and out. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button and subscribe. Helps out tell the channel will become true. No. So Phil just left? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. And appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. We got over 50 in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys. If you are a member, we have emojis in the chat. You can show us for other one of these teams playing today. We'll be live later tonight for the 3rd game, Michigan against Oklahoma. We'll be live for that one after this one is done. Also on ABC. The punt here, it's going to be fielded at the 24-yard line. No return, fair catch call for Wallace on the play. Nearly 50 yards on that punt. Ryan Nani, I have not met him. No, I've never met him. Only 54 seconds on that drive. Bought my car 7 years ago and only put less than 4,000 miles on because I've been working from permanently since COVID. Yeah, I bought my car 2 years ago. I think I'm at like... I want to say like 15. I think I'm at 15 on that. The gym's pretty far from where I am. Oh, he was on the older side of things. To be fair, he was on the older side of things. First down, handoff up the middle. We'll call it a gain of 5 as Lacey down at the 30-yard line by Jordan Lovett. And first conference game for both these teams. Is the thing doing Twitch? Yes, it is. It's Colorado 27-7 in that one. Want the top 2 at the bottom. Simmons. Play action. Comeback route. Bobbled. He did not catch that ball. In the hands of Deshaun Stribling. Deshaun Stribling cannot make that play. Simmons obviously did not start the game well. We all know that. 2 interceptions, both to Ty Bryant. But after that, he's been playing a lot better. They put a lot of confidence in him going for on 4th down in their own territory, throwing the ball. Ever since then, that was the turning point. They get that stop. Who knows what happens this game? Could become a 3-score game. Instead, it's a whole different ball game. But the out route incomplete, way too high. Just say that. That's a bad throw. Caden Lee, the intended target, the junior wideout. And both teams starting 3 and out. So Kentucky goes on a 54-second drive, and Ole Miss, hold my beer, got a 50-second drive. The official rates them. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. They have a redirect system, from what I know. I think they have a redirect where you can redirect people to someone else's stream. Ohio up by 7 now. Man, if West Virginia loses that game. The punt here takes a good bounce for Ole Miss. Down to the 29-yard line. Not the best punt, 41 yards, but this is a good bounce for the Rebs. Didn't bounce backwards. Kentucky ball at the 29 when we get back as both teams going 3 and out on their first possession. I appreciate all you guys being here. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Helps us out on the channel. And we're going to be live from Michigan, Oklahoma. I also do this thing, if you're just joining for the first time, called Live Band Karaoke. What that is I do this thing where every Thursday night, I sing with a live band. I sing a karaoke with a live band. And whatever song you want me to do, I will sing. $50, I will sing any song you want. $25, the song that is half off is La Bamba by Los Lobos. If you just want to see what it sounds like, I truly do anything. We did Taylor Swift. We did Britney Spears. I will do anything. Penalty off the board, so 2nd and 9 for Colorado as a result. Sweet play. That's going to be the ball game. Touchdown, Buffs. Our logo's down. Throwback material. Oh, I love throwback material. Oh, let's go. Let's go. You know, it's Los Lobos version, yes. My clock is running. Hang on. My clock is running. 43 Oregon? Yeah, we would have Heidi that game a long time ago. So thank God that was not the game that we ended up doing, because we would have Heidi that game a long, long time ago. Liberty lost to Jacksonville, say 34-24 today. Yeah, Liberty may be in trouble this year. They might be in some serious trouble. They didn't look good last week. Obviously did not look good today. They might be in some serious trouble. How's it going, Normal Guy? Appreciate you tuning in. Los Lobos Obama takes you back to days. Guitar Hero, WT Marathons. Great song. Great song. That's the last Spanish song to ever hit #1 with no English in it. Obviously, Despacito had English because he had Bieber. I think that's the last Spanish song to hit #1 without any English words. Sex have 7 on the Wolfpack. Oh boy. Oh boy, that one. Yeah, hopefully they're able to make that transition. Hopefully they're able to make it when the time comes, whenever that is. First down the 29-yard line. As Sabalenka just won the women's single final at the U.S. Open. Not good doing, just comes at the punt. Oh, they're back underway in that one? All right, yeah, because it got delayed for a little bit. So is it still 7-0 Troy in that one? That'd be a crazy upset. That would be a crazy upset. So going back on the field here. Calzada's not done a whole lot today. Getting 10 points for Kentucky off 2 turnovers, aided with great starting field position. Other than that, nothing. So ball to 29. Takes a high NFL game. Nothing. Now we stay with that the whole way through. 10-0 now? Oh boy. Okay. Well, it's still very early, but still. 2 at the top of the screen. Calzada runs into his own running back. Oh boy, it's been that kind of day. Dowdle can't get anything there because he was stopped. He couldn't accelerate because he ran into his own guy. Oh man, it's been that kind of day for Kentucky. All out of sorts. You can see the stat right there. Calzada, 1 for 18 on passes this season, more than 10 yards down the field, which is not good. That's about 6% completion. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Man in motion here. Play action. Calzada, well, he's looking deep down the field. He just has to throw that one away. Nothing there. It'll be nothing. Problem is if there's nothing else on. I mean, I could do at some point. If we have a doubleheader, if we have one of those 2 games at once, I would stop focusing on that game. Or, if we have 2 games back-to-back, I would sign off the stream early. If we had something like that. If it's the first game. 1 top, 3 at the bottom. 100-0. Well, that'd be just a laugh on stream. Takes a snap. They send 4. Calzada. First read not there. Second read not there. Holding on the play. This one's coming back. Not that it matters. Incomplete. Tipped. Looking deep down the field, but got a hand on that one. Was Wyatt Williams Jr. Flag in the area of holding. This could be a third straight 3-and-out to start this half. Another drive that takes no time whatsoever. They're showing a lot of Kentucky fans who are just depressed right now. Yeah, that's... Either there's no... They pick up the flag or it gets declined. Either way, it's a 3-and-out. And Kentucky will be forced to punt. And you have to wonder at this point. Calzada last week against Toledo, 10 for 23, no touchdowns, 1 pick. Calzada has struggled a lot today. At what point do you say enough is enough? Especially because this guy's a grad student. This guy is not a guy that is young you're going to build your future around. Not like you're giving him reps. Punt fielded at the 27-yard line. At what point do you say enough's enough if you're Stoops and put in Cutter Boley or anyone else? Because obviously he can't push the ball down the field. He's not going through his reads properly. He's missing on stuff. They're not doing anything offensively. I mean, this is bad. This is bad football right now. Handoff, nothing doing up the middle. There has been no first downs by either team to start off the second half. Simmons deep shot, post pattern, caught at the 35-yard line, down to the 33. Harrison Wallace made a few big plays today, and Ole Miss is in business. At the 33-yard line of Kentucky, called a 40-yard gain on the post pattern. Bit underthrown. If he let him better, probably could have been a touchdown. Either way, it's a big game. Slam pass, that one's caught to the 25. And right down there. Just say that? No, this is a different quarterback. This is Simmons. This is Ole Miss. Now, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Kentucky. Now, obviously, Simmons, he's a youngster. Simmons, we're talking about Calzada and Kentucky that you need to bench. Not Simmons. Simmons playing his butt off ever since the 2 picks. Handoff here, up the middle. Lacey down to the 21-yard line, first down. You're 1 for 6 on third down. That's not going to get it done. Sweep play, Lacey to the 15. Cuts up field to the 11. But no first down started to... Oh, that, yes. Yes. There's another first down. Lacey. Gain of 10. They're in the red zone here. First and goal at the 10. Now they're going to slow things down a little bit. The handoff here. Lacey bounces outside. He's got the end zone. Flag on the play. It's back by the line. Might be coming back. Holding on the offense. Take the touchdown off the board. First and goal to 20. Would have been a 2-score game, but Holding going to bring that one back. Again, Ole Miss has scored 17 of the last 20 points of this contest. We got some laundry, folks. We got some laundry. Got the flag. Ball the 20-yard line now. 2 at the top of the screen, 2 bunched up at the bottom. 10:05 to go in the third. They give up the middle as Lacey gets a breather. After that hard hit, nothing doing on that run. Taylor stuffed at the line by Rayner. You ever see almost lost? Yep. They were, if Texas A&M Commerce scored 74 more points, they're right in that thing. And it's a pretty phrases, yes. I would love to have a keyboard like that. Jordan only 14-3 at the half, yeah. Not great. Not great. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Simmons. Hands off again up the gut to the 15 and down to the 12 goes Taylor. 2 carries for 8 yards on this drive for him. And this drive started off with a nice post play to Wallace. Got into the red zone, but then the holding penalty wipes up a touchdown. Now they got 3rd and long, but still very much in field goal range. As far as your defense is playing lights out. So 3 is not the end of the world here if you're Ole Miss. How's it going, Bobby? Just got off work. Manager found out she's going to talk to me like a child. I'm going to act like one so I can be as much as I could. Nice. Love petty drama. End zone, 1-on-1 coverage, incomplete. Wallace made the great catch earlier, but was blanketed there by Hardaway. Jonke's Hardaway on this stop, and that will send out the field goal unit for a 30-yard try. And Mizzou's on top. We got a back-and-forth game there. A 2-hour-long rain delay affecting things, yes. I think Georgia's going to come out firing on that. Just the adrenaline rush. I'm not sure you can play at that level for a second half. The adrenaline wipes off after waiting that long. Pick 6 Troy. Field goal's good. Okay. Now it's getting serious. Okay. Okay, now it got real. Okay, wait a second. Georgia Tech win the SEC? ACC? I have Clemson still winning it, but man, if they lose this one, I might have to think about some things. I thought Clemson was going to make the Natty this year. Okay. On ACC Network. 17-0. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now it's 1-0 against 0-1. It's not an upset. Well, 16-0. Missed the extra point. But man. Kentucky gets it back. No first downs on their first 2 drives of the quarter. At what point do you just pull the plug on the Calzada experiment? Because it has not been pretty. Clemson's danger out of the playoff in September? Well, not really, because they haven't played a conference game yet. Haven't played a conference game. And Calzada this season has just been atrocious. He's a grad student, so again, it's not like you're giving it's not like it's like you're giving a youngster some like growing pains to work. This is not growing pains at this point. What's wrong with Clemson? What's wrong with Angela? What's wrong with Grodner? What the heck happened? Yeah, what the heck happened, Allie? I was like editing, and then my phone started blowing up with like WTFs in my Big Brother chat. I'm like, wait, and I looked, I'm like, what the actual, like, that can't be real. Like, what did, is that like that might be the worst twist of all time. Like, not this season was good, but now it's like a bottom tier season. Whatever the heck that was. Yeah, I was trying, I get what you're trying to do. I get what you're trying to do on that one. Oh, man. Let's just, I don't want to spoil anything. Because it hasn't been announced, like, it's only if you watch the feeds, if you haven't. Basically, someone got evicted from the house in, like, the dumbest way possible. They made a twist that just completely destroyed the game. And the player who was supposed to be like the winner at this rate, like they were playing lights out, they were playing phenomenal, gets eliminated on a competition that is not the point of the game. Yeah, just a disaster. Well, bye-bye ratings on that one. Ratings are going down the drain. The fan favorite out like that. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right, kickoff here. 20-13. And that will bounce at the goal line for a touchback. No. They didn't evict someone out of spite. No, they didn't evict someone out of spite. Now, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. No, basically, there was a competition, and whoever lost the competition got sent home. Just their game was done just like that. And that's not the point of the game. Yeah, it wasn't out of spite. Yeah, it wasn't even out of spite. Like, people vote out of spite. That's the whole point of the game. Is you have to like keep your relationships with people and not tick people off. But this was not that. This was production got involved. And the fan favorite goes home in the dumbest way possible. One top of the screen, two at the bottom. Play action, Calzada. Flat's not there. Now does go to the flat sidearm. Gain of 4. I'd almost say like this. Imagine if a football team is up 24-0. And then at halftime, the NFL steps in and is like, you know what? We're going to do a 3-point competition. And whoever loses between the two starting quarterbacks, whoever loses the competition, the other team now has a 50-point lead. And that's what that is. Head over the middle. Cuts inside, gets 6. McGowan on that one. Score the only touchdown of the game for Kentucky. Right down the 36-yard line. Both their catchers released this weekend. Oof. A lot of teams don't even have 2 good catchers, let alone 3. Let's actually, the game started off with safety. What happened after that? I haven't paid attention to that game, but I know it started off with safety. Tennessee on the ropes against ETSU, only up by 52 points. First down here at the 37, the give to the side. McGowan once again cuts the field to the 40, trucks ahead to the 45, down to the 46. Yeah, which literally, what are you doing on that one? Hey, Bruce Heffel? No, they're not. No, they love this character. Or this person. They love this person. This person's a fan favorite. They literally brought them back. They're like one of the all-time legends of the game. They brought them back. Nice truck there. Ball at the 46. 2nd and 1. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Kentucky trying to find a rhythm after having no first downs their first 2 drives of the half. Running back to his left. Calzada, pump fakes. Looking deep down the field. Has a man! Finally! Gets one deep! At the 12, Jamori Macklin. The return of the Mac. And they're in the red zone. Gain of 42 yards. Calzada needed that one. Just his second completion of 11-plus yards this year. Nice double move. Completely fooled the corner. Got behind Nick Cole. And Jamori Macklin, the redshirt senior. The transfer from North Texas and Missouri. Makes that one at the 10-yard line. It's actually 1st and goal. The give up the middle. Gain of about 1, maybe 2. Sage Ryan on the stop. Called 2nd goal at the 9. In Kentucky, only 3 points today on drives that started inside their own territory. This is a nice response by the Cats. Can they tie this game up? 9 yards to go to the end zone. 67 yards on 5 plays so far. 2 at the bottom of the screen. In the gun, tight end motions to the bottom of the screen as well as Josh Caddis in motion. Gonna give it to the side. McGowan trying to bounce outside. He's got 1 today. Make it 2. All tied up. With the extra point pending. Seth McGowan, twice as nice. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. Kentucky 5 touchdowns this year, all 5 of them on the ground. A beautiful response by the Cats. And an extra point away from tying this ball game up. We got a good one in Lexington. You guys picked a very good game to do. In terms of you make the call. You picked a very good game. I appreciate you guys a ton. And you can decide which game we're doing next week. Or this Friday, I should say. Indiana State, Indiana, Colgate, Cuse, Colorado, Houston, or K-State, Arizona. Every donation counts as triple toward you make the call. They tried some X, so they took out the biggest ratings draw. Yep. Yeah, they're being very stupid. It was like, it was like, imagine if the NFL put in a twist mid-game where Patrick Mahomes got ejected. For, like, no reason. No reason. He gets ejected for, like, because he loses, like, a home run derby or something. They put in a home run derby. And whoever loses is out. And Mahomes in the Super Bowl gets ejected because of that. Something on basically the offensive side less for the Calzada. Yeah, that was a good pass by Calzada. Give him credit for that one. I've been bashing him all game. Yeah, don't care about sports, Big Brother wants to happen. Yep. It's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. It's even stupider than I thought. Oh, it's very stupid. It's very freaking stupid. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. 20-all the score. Ole Miss gets it back with 6 minutes to go in the third. Clemson finally on the board. Will they go for 2? Will they chase the points this early? Everyone's packing like mad, as they should be. As they should be. That made no sense. The whole show just losing its mind. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'll put a poll up since we are tied. I'll put a poll up who wins this one. And every donation counts. Triple Three Mythical. This is the only day to vote on this one. You're a Cat fan too, yes. So if you only $5 counts as 15, you gotta decide what game we're doing Friday night. This is the only day to vote for this game. Yes, so when that died, yeah. Mike, any see on fire yet? I don't know if he's got like a lifetime immunity at Oklahoma State, but he's done. The game has passed him by. I think Gundy's done at this point. It's adapt or die, and he has not adapted at all. I mean, it should be on fire in theory. Like, thank you for your service. Thank you for your commitment to the team for all those years, 20 years. But it's time. It's time. Sack him. Sack him. There we go. Oh, they might go for it. 4th and 2. He got a yard on that one. Oh, no, no fight. Don't fight. Don't fight after the play. Don't fight after the play. Just get back. Get back. Get back. Do not fight. Pick 60 burger. Jeez. CBS. The ratings are plummeting on CBS right now. You know, they call for giving 6 stages just so much more. Yep. Oh, yeah. We're constantly thinking 3 steps ahead with this one. Constantly thinking 3 steps ahead. Usual part was in December. Yeah, it's time. I think it's time for him to hit the road. Okay, they do punt it away. 20 all your score. Ole Miss getting it back. They actually take the touchdown off the board in the Clemson game. It's 16-3. They took the touchdown off the board because of a penalty. I don't know if it was a penalty or a review, but 16-3 in the Clemson game now, not 16-6. Davis should hide over to 48 hours. Anything else. We're gonna go for it was you never know though. It was 4th and like 1.5. With the way Brown can play, they can run with the balls. You don't know, but let's get the ball back. Kickoff end zone touchback. Ole Miss got a field goal last drive. Looking to respond here. Quarterback for Ole Miss, redshirt sophomore. Austin Simmons is a redshirt sophomore. This is first ever road start. Made his first start last week. That big win against Georgia State. His first road start, first SEC start. Six award at store 80. Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're an Oklahoma State fan and you want Gundy gone, I mean, at this point, just make it as bad as possible. Make it where you can't avoid how ugly the result is. First down, the 25, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They're going to toss it out wide. It goes to Lacey. Gets a nice block from his tight end to get down to the 30-yard line. He called a gain of 5. Some jawing afterwards with him and Rayner. 2 have to be separated. Got a great block out in front by his tight end, pulling on that one. He made that responsible. Big shoes, foul, falling dart. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not easy. Not easy to replace, for my money, the best quarterback to come out of the draft last year. Yeah, Clemson's been rough. Clemson's been rough. Play action. Simmons. Middle of the field. Open on the seam. Caught. On the seam route at the 47-yard line. Catch over the middle by the tight end, Trace Bruckler, the redshirt senior. Gain of 17 yards, 23 yards, I should say. And they're in plus territory for just 2 plays. And Simmons playing a lot better since the 2 interceptions. He's settled down. That 4th down pass was really a turning point. To the bottom one of the top. Simmons low snap recovers though. Second read not there. Going to look to take off and run. He will get some yards here and more. Gets a block downfield from his tight end Bruckler once again. First down to the 34-yard line. Bills for Bama. He need a huge payday. He's got no pressure at Ole Miss. I mean, there was something to be said about that. Like, he's got no pressure at Ole Miss. Bama, his seat's on fire the moment he gets there. He can do whatever he wants at Ole Miss. And they're obviously, they win 3 games, or they lose 3 games, they're still making the playoff. Hand off here, gain of 1. Like, it's not like you'd be bolting for a place that gives you a better chance to make the playoff. You'd still be, maybe more resources, but it's not like you're bolting for a team in a better conference. Another Oregon pick 6. Oh, yes. Keep it going. Keep it coming. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Yeah, we would have highlighted that game like 90 minutes ago. Second 8, hand off at the middle. First down. Nice cut to the 20. Brought down the 17-yard line. Lacey once again. Wearing down this Kentucky defense. Gain of 16. Made himself skinny. Squeezed up the middle. He's got over 100 yards today on 5 yards a carry. Simmons looking in the flat. Caught by his tight end Bruckler for the second time this drive and second time this game. Called a gain of 7 on that one. Yeah, bring Strutt for Lanning. Yeah. He was one of their choices. It was him and DeBoer. Obviously, it looks like they chose incorrectly. Stop, he's already dead. Let's see what big play for Florida. Big play for Florida. Here we go. Come on, 30, 35. There we go, down to 39. Let's go. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. 2 in the backfield. Simmons keeps himself and will get half the yards needed down to the 8, bringing up 3rd and 2. I want to see an 80 burger. I do too. Why the heck not? If I search literally anything else. Yep. Very, very nice number. 69, baby. Let's go. Let's go. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. 2-0 in NC Central Ultimate. That's a sickos game right there. Whew, that's a sickos score. 3rd and long 1. In the pistol. Man in motion is Wallace. Keeps himself. Bounces outside. He's in. Touchdown. Austin Simmons. Gets some nice blocking down the field. And Ole Miss up by 6. How's it going, Jakarta? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, that was a bad throw by DJ Lagway right as that happened. Right as that happened. Can I South Florida as a top 25 team? I had USF as a top 25 team. Yeah, if you can't stop the run, that's against a team like this. Because the clock is going to be your best friend at this point. Yeah, the flat was open. The flat was open. That's a heck of a pick, but man, the flat was open. Have fun playing LSU next week. I'm not looking forward to that game. I'm not looking forward to that one. I don't even know if I'm going to do that one. I might do it as you make the call. I might do it outright. I might do it you make the call. If they win this game, I'll do it outright. If not, I'll do you make the call for that one. We're for only 5-6 American action. Yep. The Syracuse opponent is Colgate. They're playing Colgate. Go Jackson's got big time plays. Duval, baby. Duval all the way. 27-20. Anything you can do, I can do better. Kentucky touchdown. Ole Miss ends for the touchdown of their own. We got the emojis in the chat. Okay, they're reviewing this pick. Okay, hang on a second. They're reviewing this interception. Hang on a second. They're going to see if it hit the ground. I don't think it did on initial look, but maybe on a replay. Go Toothpaste, yep. So we retires after season. Fiction. I thought maybe after last season, but then they bounced back pretty strongly. Yeah, they're playing 2 with Toothpaste. Yep, pretty much. It's right, my AP top 25 down, so I have proof of it. I said on stream. I do have it with me. If you want to see what it is, this was my top 25 last week. I had USF 25. This was my ranking. Because we did it on stream. So this was my week 1 ranking. All right, kickoff here. Right, they didn't show replay going to the break, which I don't get why they didn't. So if we get some clarity when we come back from the break. NJ Card Fan gets you a membership. Which game do you want? Elite Ninja. I've recognized him. I've recognized him. Appreciate you, NJ Card Fan, as a member. Elite Ninja, get a lot of perks. Name of the video, members, okay, some members in the chat. Give me the orange toothpaste. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. $25 for La Bamba karaoke as well with a live band. Appreciate you, man. All right, that's 15. It's a triple. It's a triple. Actually, didn't happen. No Indiana. Nope, no Indiana. I'm not putting Indiana on that one. USF wouldn't be as big an upset. No. They played their butts off against Boise State. I think they're a very good team. Throw the ball on the screen. Sweet play here. Dowdle. Brought down at the line. Maybe got one, but they're going to say mark down at the line. Yeah, Clubs can bear this week. If they lose to Troy, they're in serious trouble. If they lose to Troy, I'm changing my natty pick. And my natty pick was Bama over Clemson, so I'm doing great right now. I am doing great. Kansas touchdown. 31-28 in that one. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Yeah, don't take my word on natty picks. I had Bama against Clemson in the natty. Play action, screen, caught by Law. Makes one man miss, but can't make a second. Nice tackle there at the 26-yard line by Perkins. Short 50 yard the wall. Oh, man. Sooners, what happened? What do you mean Sooners? Wait. Sooners? They don't play yet. Sooners play tonight. We're doing the Oklahoma Michigan game tonight. I say this prediction stuff. Yes, I do. So the stuff I don't say I'm good at. Like, the pick'em on, like, the 98th percentile in the college pick'em group. The baseball Karen in Miami? Yeah, that was his ball. That was his ball. Fair and square. The Karen should just go back to her seat and shut up, and I'm glad that people are vilifying her for that. 3rd and 8, pressured. Calzada, flushed out, has to just chuck it into the dirt in the direction of Farrier. It's going to be a 3 and out, the third one of this quarter. They got a touchdown on one drive, 3 and outs the other 3. And Kentucky's defense going right back on the field. It's my turn with some predictions. Yeah, it's the Cowboys, yeah. Cowboys are in trouble. Cowboys are in trouble. Sooners play tonight. Fourth and 8. Punting it away as Florida just made a penalty. Yeah, absolutely on that one. Absolutely. So is the HOA. It's always people you least expect. Fielded and fair call the 17-yard line. Call it 57-yard punt, no return on the play. Nice punt there. Starting inside their own 20. Drew's only 15. Yeah, I'm surprised by that. That I'm surprised by. I thought there was going to be a bloodbath. I guess not. They'll still win the game. But last drive, scored a touchdown right before they got a field goal. So 10 points for the last 2 drives. What can Simmons do here? Mike Odie's been a Bear for about like 2 years at this point. That one's stuffed. Nothing there. Could take us to the end of the quarter. They don't have to call a play. After that loss of 2. With Khalil Saunders on the stop. Time to fire gun it? Yeah, it's been time for a bit now. Should have fired him for last year. At least mutually parted ways last year. But now it's really time. Can't go on like this. I think it's time. 1 of the top 2 of the bottom. They don't have to call a play. I don't think they're going to. They will not call a play. The biggest defeat since 1907. I was alive for that game. I was alive for that one. The FSU, they're a bowl this week. I mean, they beat up. I mean, granted, you can only play what's in front of you, but they beat up on FCS school. Wait on the throw. There we go. No flag, no flag, no flag, no flag, no flag. There we go. Okay, Florida's going to get it back. Tarantula Close fulfills. All right. I like that nickname. I like that nickname a lot. I like that one. All right, again, if you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel. We're going to be live later tonight for the Michigan-Oklahoma game. That game is going to start probably around 7:50 Eastern time. Usually the ABC games start around 7:50. And again, we're live for 3 games today. We were live for the Cy-Hawk battle. Live for this one. Yeah, real squeaker. Yeah, if you take out Commerce, it was actually a pretty quality win. Take out Commerce, they beat up a pretty good school. 693 after 3 quarters. What's the money line right now on that one? Okay, I will give everyone in this chat. I will email you personally mail you personally one of my helmets if Oklahoma State comes back and wins this thing. I will personally mail you the helmets. I will sell my entire collection. Yeah, Oregon should jump after this one. So we go to the 4th. Second and 12 of the 15. Is it the Marlins game? I don't know if he's at the game today. But he was talking about it on stream. The Oregon, very nice points. That was Swift, thanks for the offer. Yeah, I had Oregon in my ranking last week. I think I put him above Georgia now. Yeah, I would definitely put him above Georgia after this. I might go. That's a nice stiff arm. Come on. 2nd stiff arm. 3rd stiff arm. Holy cow. Ball just made 3 stiff arms on 1 play for Florida. Holy cow. Yeah, I might jump him to 2. You know? You could even go 1. Honestly, you could put him at 1. I wouldn't complain. You put him at 1. No, they're still around. They are still together. They are still very much together. Wednesday, because we're reading yesterday, won't go tomorrow. Yeah, because tomorrow's football. Tomorrow's football. Olagwe stepping up. Let's go 30. A flag on the play, of course. Oh, this game's been a flag fest. Let's see. Thank you for your service, baby. Thank you for your service. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Subscribe. Helps us out a ton. I mean, you could vote Oregon for number 1. And I wouldn't hate it. I have no problem with that, actually. Right, they're not going to be lower than 5. No way they're going to be lower than 5. They'll leapfrog Georgia. Is my guess. 2nd down. Screen pass incomplete. Into the dirt. Brings up 3rd down. Right, let's offense play. Yep. Someone check it on Clemson. 16-3.5. It's not pretty. It's not pretty right now for Clemson. You would think they'd be handling Troy a lot better, but apparently not. 3rd and 12, meanwhile, in this one. 78% I think Ole Miss wins this one. That's a great throw by Lagway. Come on. 45-50. There you go. Nice throw by Lagway. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Show up plays on the Oregon game. That's incredible. Handoff here, stuffed once again. Back-to-back plays going backwards. Or 2 runs on this drive going backwards, I should say. Just trying to get some breathing room, and it does not work. They'll have to punt this ball away, a quick 3 and out. Kentucky going to get it back, down 7. Should have some good field position here. Punting in his own end zone. Oregon House have a Big Ten title game. Yeah, Penn State also, I mean, their schedule's not the worst. Over Hampton over Harbaugh. Yeah, I didn't absolve Hampton of blame for that. But at the same time, a run to that side, that's a great punt. Doesn't take the best bounce for Ole Miss, but bounce at the 36-yard line. Does not take the best bounce, but still very good nonetheless. Call it a 50-yard punt. Put Oregon won by Harrison being Texas favor Ohio State. They're both top 2. Yeah. At the very least, I put them in the top 2. Durantula saves another. The For the most part, he's been pretty sharp. What is he blown? 2 saves? That's not too bad. Not too bad at this stage. Yeah, it's more like, why would you call a run to that side of the... Like, why would you call a run to the side? You're not getting the first. You got way too cute. You don't need the hash mark. You're not trying to get the first down if you're running the ball. And 3rd and 16. So it just got too cute. 3 natty contenders, only 2 can make the conference title game. Feels that way. Definitely does feel that way. Kansas out to 3-0. They're up 31-28. Looking sharp so far. First down in the flat. Caught, but minimal gain. 2 on the play. To Caddis, the tight end. Then maybe Michigan if their quarterback situation is good. I don't know. We're going to find a lot about Michigan tonight. We're going to find a lot out about Michigan. Yeah, there is bowling. There is NCAA bowling. There is NCAA everything. How bad would a decision be top Jalen card for week 1? It's got to be Dwayne Rudd helmet level. It's going to be Dwayne Rudd throwing the helmet off level of decision making. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Man in motion. Handoff up the middle. Goes to McGowan. He's got 2 touchdowns today. We'll get a modest gain there to the 43, 3rd and 3. Yeah, at least the Marlins, at least you know now with the Marlins. At least you know. Like, it's over. The D-backs, as Mizzou just scored a touchdown. Yeah, USF's good. USF's a very good team. I had him in the top 25. I had him in my top 25. I was like, this is not going to be an easy game. Oregon punting up 66. Dumb decision. Troy, like 30 seconds smelled off the clock, only in 4 seconds on the clock because they felt Clemson going to take a timeout and had to sell for a field goal. 3rd and 3. I have to check that out. Cuts ahead to the 45-50 and down to the 45. It's McGowan once again in plus territory. Ryan him this stripe for a gain of 12. Browns fan, prediction of the Bengals game. I think Flacco goes for 300, but I think the Bengals win a shootout. I'm going 31-24 Cincy. But I think Flacco has a good game. So I don't trust the Bengals defense. Carl, you really tricking out a tough opponent. Yep. I mean, Delaware's D1. To be fair, Delaware is now D1. They got to play someone. They got to play some guarantee games to fund their jump. 2 at the top of the screen. The stretch play. 3 straight gives to McGowan. And 3 straight good gains. He'll get 4 yards there. Stay ahead of schedule at the 41-yard line. I think it's 4 down territory at this point. Down by 7. Obviously, if it's 4th and long, I'm not talking about that, but 4th and 6 and inside, I think it's 4 down territory at this stage. Considering you're down by 7, you're in plus territory, right around the 40-yard line. Yeah, that's a tough schedule, but they're playing well against West Virginia so far. And they played very well against Rutgers. Calzada, he's sacked. Thrown down to the ground after a loss of 6. It's Harris. Xavier Harris on the stop. 3rd and 12. Yeah, Clay Klubenik as a first rounder. Yeah, that's... I don't think that's happening anymore. I don't think that's happening. And Ohio looks good right now, though. Ohio looks very sharp. They might be the favorite in the MAC with the way they're playing. Jags are better this year. Can't be worse. You know, it can't be worse. Considering everything that happened last year. It really can't be worse. And just change the field, having a guy like Cam Whittle. They're going to call a draw play here, 3rd and 12. Just trying to get some yardage back to make it 4th and manageable. They're going to get it. Dowdle to the 40. And now 4th and 5. Like, Cincy has not shut up opening with. That is also true. I'm not confident in that game. I'm not confident in that one. Yeah, but the fact that you can cross midfield and you're in field goal range, that changes so much of the math with the Jaguars. And they're going to keep the offense on the field. 4th and 5, maybe 4th and 4. Got to get to the 35-yard line here. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Calzada in the pistol. Man in motion is Law to the top of the screen. They're going to fake the give. In the flat is Law. Wide open. Law is the law on that one. Pushed out of bounds to the 22-yard line by Kapina Gushikin. But a gain of 18, and the Wildcats are just outside the red zone. Yo, Schottenheimer coached all right. Yeah, his stock is staying very hard. It is staying very hard. Especially with how deep this class is, because Sellers is rising and whatnot. First and 10, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. New streaming. There's tons of them. Crack streams, Met streams, there's a ton. Bounce outside McGowan. He'll get back to the line, gets a yard. Princewell on the stop. 2nd and 9. It's a huge red face right now. 9.5 to go. And again, we're going to be live later tonight for the Michigan-Oklahoma game. So if you enjoy this commentary, make sure you join me for that one. I'll link that stream in just a little bit. We'll go live for that one probably around 7:40 Eastern time. Second down here. Calzada. Law in motion. Jet sweep past the wall. He's got some blocks out in front. And he cuts up field to the 16-yard line. I thought we could have cut up field a bit sooner. Feel like a movie? Yeah, at some point, absolutely. At some point. Probably not for a while. But at some point, they'll do it. But flag on the play. Might be coming back. Like, you ever make any dumb decisions about the Raiders? The 78-yard field goal. Probably the 78-yard field goal that he tried. That was nowhere close to reaching. That was pretty stupid. So 2nd 18, back it up to about the, almost say the 30-yard line. Clean 8 with the 5. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Clean 8 with the 5. Appreciate you, man. Love your streams and good background on the weekends. Nigeria inside. I appreciate you a ton, man. I appreciate that. It's so much. You have no idea. Thank you for the 5. So much. Thank you so much, man. Means a lot to me. Which game do you want me to do? So your donation actually counts toward one of the games. So you're going to help me decide which game we're calling Friday night. Indiana State, Indiana, Colgate, Syracuse, Colorado, Houston, or Kansas State, Arizona. Which game do you want to do? 2nd 14. Checks it down to the 21-yard line. Caught by McGowan. Still some ways to go to get the first. Now, Family Guy's not going to anytime soon. Because it's easy to write the scripts. It's just a lot of topical cutaways. Like with the rise of TikTok, it's growing in popularity. And McFarlane is like very little involvement at this point. That's a show that doesn't need the original, like, that's a show that doesn't need its creator. That makes sense. Shoe stock has risen so far this year. I think Sellers. I mean, Sellers could be 1-1. He could be the first overall pick. And Nussmeier, I think, will rise a ton as well. I think Nussmeier's going to go first. 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. 39. Calzada fires off his back foot. Incomplete. Not a lot of velocity on that one. Caddis, the intended target. They'll be forced to kick the field goal. Have not seen the new South Park yet. Have not seen the new one. It's like 3 seconds left. They were up 15-0. Stuart, why not try a 76-yarder? Because if you can't reach, you risk so much. If you can't reach. Yeah, man's living the dream. Living the dream. Indiana State. All right. Get you on the call. Appreciate you, man. So $15 going there. Again, every donation counts as triple toward you make the call. So $5 counts as 15. Well, they're going for it. 4th and 9. They got 1 first down already. But that was kind of in no man's land. They're keeping the offense out there. They'll go. They're going to send 4. Calzada flushed on the run. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. No flag. Looking for Gilmore. Hardly Gilmore. I think that's his first target. And it does not pay off. Ole Miss ball is South Florida just got a touchdown. They have the lead on Florida. Oh, boy. Stoops wants PI. Not going to get it. Yeah, USF is good. USF is good. Man, those penalties in the first half are just the killer. Those penalties in the first half. Man. They might review this. No, not a dumb decision. I wouldn't have gone for it, but I get it. 6-point game dumb decision. But I get it. I wouldn't do it, though. I wouldn't have done it. Wait, we have an injury timeout. Wait, how do you go down? They have an extra point team out there. Not cooked. There's still 17 minutes left in the game. But they can play. Man. Yeah, I knew they could play. That was the Randall L play in 06 against the Jaguars. 2 guys just colliding to each other. Same route, just different side of the field. The same exact play. They collided to each other. Singleton. You'll find luck for the time being. So far. So far, they do. Yeah, confusion on defense. Yeah, he couldn't get off in time. Wow. Whew, boy. Sweating locker room at halftime. He is livid. He is livid. Now, if they looked ahead to a different opponent, but obviously this is not ideal, obviously. Okay, KU punting. 4-point game, you're losing. Calling games? Yes, we are calling the Michigan-Oklahoma game tonight. Best way of being an Oklahoma State fan right now? If you get the guys from Men in Black to come to your place and just erase all memory of the game. That's the best way to do it. How much time was left when Kansas punted? Hang on. 3:14. Okay, wait. Hang on. Teams have their own territory, still 2 timeouts, still 3. Yeah, they punted at the 4th and 7 their own 28. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine punting. Although there's a finite end to the drive, but I get it. I get it. Georgia's not looking good. Oregon's going to leapfrog them, as they should. Handoff here, gain of 1. So we're back on our way in the Kentucky game. 2nd and 9. Two at the top, 1 at the bottom. Man in motion here is Stribling. They're going to give it up the middle. Now trying to bounce outside. He'll pick up a yard, maybe 2. At the 23-yard line. Nice sack of the line by Jaden Smith. So it's 13-9 in the USF game. Keep punts on decision? Nah, inside your own territory, 4th and 7. Deep in your own territory. All your timeouts, 2-minute warning, 3-minute timeout. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Because if you don't get it, they can get a field goal, ties, or makes it 7-point game. And they're very close to a touchdown, obviously, and that would be the dagger. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. QB power here. Simmons trying to bounce outside, stiff arm, but nothing there. 3 straight runs for Ole Miss, and it takes no time off the clock. They'll get a yard. They'll have to punt on 4th and 6. If Clemson loses, they'll be unranked. 100%. You lose to Troy, you're 0-2. Well, your season's not over if you're Clemson. And the injury... Oh, no. Simmons is down. Oh, no. Simmons is down. Not that you ever like to see anyone get hurt, but it's the quarterback. I'm not a chips guy. I'm not really a chips guy, but I do like Pringles. But, man, Simmons, he's limping. He is not putting any weight on that left leg. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate you tuning in. I think Myth Boss Energy. Not putting any weight on that left leg. It bent awkwardly. Touchdown, Missouri, by the way. Jamal Roberts, 63 yards. That should be the bowl game there. In the border war. Yeah, he is limping pretty badly. So we'll see. They might have to get on the rest of the game without Simmons, their starting quarterback. The punt here, not a good one. It's a shorty at the 40-yard line. 34 yards, and Simmons still not putting any weight on that one. I do like popcorn. He is going into the tent with the help of the medical staff. So I do not. No. So obviously, some big storylines this game. Kentucky trying to come back from this deficit, but also Simmons probably done for the rest of the game. No pressure on that leg. Lagway checks it down. Okay. Truck ahead, 32. Okay. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but it's not pretty. It bent the wrong way. It bent the wrong way. He's not putting any pressure on it at all. First down at the 40, 6.5 to go when we get back in this one. We have a little death hook. I didn't even know that was a thing. But death hooks are always awful. My God, false. Oh my God, how many penalties is this team going to commit? Oh my goodness, this team is so undisciplined. It's Billy Napier. Billy Napier special. My God, how do you get it's your own stadium. How do you get a false start in your own stadium? You not know the snap count in your own venue. Feels bad for my friendship group and Lawrence's Rob was huge in childhood. Yeah, it's a big one. Give me 2023 vibes? Nah, not yet. It's one game. Doesn't give me any vibes just yet. This Florida game is going to kill me. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom, lagway. They were going to send 5. Flat. That's way short of the sticks. No, we can't break the tackle. 4th and 4. They'll have to punt. Oh, boy. Not good. Not good right now for the Gators. Still time, but the way they're playing, the callback touchdowns are just the killer. So many penalties this game. Every drive stalled by a flag. First down, the 40 for Kentucky. Calzada, they have not done a whole lot this half outside the 1 touchdown drive. Been a lot of punting. Oh no, that's a bad snap. Just kick it out of the end zone. Oh my goodness. Oh no. It's all falling apart. When I say the team, keep it up. The game's not over. Just be an ASU fan. Yeah, we'll see what happens tonight in Starkville. Well, it's wouldn't really be epitome of brutality. I mean, this is like... I don't think this was a buy-in game. This wasn't... I don't think we paid South Florida money on this one. Because we played them down in Tampa. This wouldn't be a buy-in game. Yeah, they agreed on a 2-1. So this isn't one of those. Probably Sirianni on that one, Bobby. Yeah, this is not good. Everything's just imploding right now. It's all just from bad to worse. Just keeps imploding. Meanwhile, new quarterback in for Kentucky. Cutter Boley is in. We're getting Jags run tomorrow? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But Cutter Boley, the redshirt freshman, he is now in the game for Calzada. Calzada's day is done, potentially. Then he got benched. About time. Had a rough start to the season for him. And Cutter Boley. Deep shot. First play down the sideline, incomplete. Went for McGowan. 3-0 at the half. Real bar burner there. 2nd and 10. And USF can play. But this is just self-inflicted wounds. Flag on the play, though. Pass interference on the defense. So move it up 15 yards. Put it at the 45-yard line. They're going to get Daughtery on that one. So both teams with their backup quarterback in. Kentucky with the benching. Ole Miss because of an injury. So it's up to the backups on both sides. Troy's up 16-3. Got in trouble? That's good. That's good. Somewhere in South Florida or Florida. I would say South Florida. They're incredible. Breaks a tackle up the middle and trucking ahead to the 30-yard line. Gain of 15. Dante Dowdle. With under 6 to go. Got the Cats in business. Again, I think South Florida's a very good team. I have them in my top 25. I was scared about this game. But, man. Just self-inflicted wounds right now for the Gators. So many self-inflicted wounds. 5.5 to go. Trips to the top of the screen. He's got a running back to his left. Now motions the back out of the backfield. Boley. They send 3. He'll have time. Stepping up. End zone. Open. Overthrown. I'm not sure any quarterback on Kentucky can get a deep pass down the field accurately. He was open. Had to step on him. But incomplete. And Calzada got benched. Disney rides? Ooh. Man. Jackson 23-17. I hope they win. I hope they do. I want to be wrong. I hope they win the game. I can't trust them just yet. To the bottom of the screen now. Lawn motion to the top. Handoff up the middle. Only 1 yard on that one. Eccles on the stop. He's had a nice game today. Disney Reds probably It's a Small World has to be on there. Cosmic Rewind. Tower of Terror. And the original Soren. Or no. Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean. Tower of Terror, Cosmic Rewind, Small World, Pirates. How to miss with long term? Not very. This is the one game we have to win. The rest of the schedule is pretty brutal. 39. To the top of the screen. They fake the toss. Going to keep himself. Boley will only get 2. Let's reach that. Oh, jeez. 4th and 7. Yeah, but there was a flag on the play. Clemson bad favorites. Yeah, clearly the favorites from the Natty right now. Absolutely. Penalty be declined. It was on Kentucky. Be 4th and 7. Say Tron. No, Tron's great, but it's also very short. Tron is very short, but it's a great ride. Tron was amazing. So it's very short. They're going to allow him to go for it. Kind of have to at this stage. Trips at the top, one at the bottom. Yeah, if you kick the field goal in the last drive, you didn't have to chase points. Kick the field goal in the last drive, you could have kicked it here. And that'd be a 1-point game. Clock is running, 4.5 to go. Boley has not completed a pass since coming into the game. Can I complete one here? They send 4. Boley, pressure, sacked! Princeville gets him down. Decks him at the 35-yard line. And Ole Miss taking over at 4-11. Maybe the next 07, that'd be... Whew. Need to sing Carmen Feeling Perfectly karaoke? You need to know the song. It's not a hard song to sing. It's really not. There's like... If you know the lyrics, it's not hard. It's less than an octave. It's not hard at all. It's a very, very easy song. It's a sing-along. Everyone knows it. Was your Animal Kingdom that was $600 worth it? What even was it? Well, I didn't get it for 600. It was one with a frame. It's gorgeous. I hung it up. It's gorgeous. On the canvas, it was cheaper. My parents gifted it for me, so. But it wasn't the $600 one. No. With the frame, it was $600. But it's just a canvas. It was like $100, $150. But it was gorgeous. Let's see if I can find a photo and post it. Hearthstone with some karaoke. Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet? That's a hard one. Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet? I mean, Dune You Want to Know next week. Hearthstone with Small World? No, it is not. No, it is not. It's not too many notes. It's... Well, it's actually an octave and a half. Well, the 35. Yeah, I got that, and I got a Well, we used Disney points. Well, that was actually it was Disney points for that. So it's more we've accumulated 30 years of Disney points, and we had to spend them before they expire. It was more of that. So I actually don't think they used points. It was Lion King related. I'll take a photo of it and show it on stream. Touchdown Clemson, by the way. I'll take a photo, and show it on after. Yeah, so I actually don't. I think it was points. Yeah, I think everything we paid for at Disney for the most part, at least in terms of like stuff. Song of the day. Well, it was You Want to Know, and then Isaac donated $25 for that. So we're doing that. So I spun the wheel again. The new song is La Bamba. The new song is Los Lobos La Bamba. But You Want to Know is in the queue. You Want to Know is in there. And we are doing that next week. And I am interested to see how that goes. And again, when you hear a song, it's uncensored. Completely uncensored. So Finally, since time it's down 11. Now the game's over. Mizzou just got a first down. Troy's and Choke, that game will go down as one of the greatest episodes of college football history. It'd be up there. It'd be up there. Like, the Cowboys was able to get like 20 minutes, but it was fine. I still got like 4 songs in there. I still got 4 songs in. Like, I've ever seen besides those 3. Oh, do I have news for you? All right. The 35, obviously no Simmons. He's got his helmet on, though, somehow. Oh, nice breakup. Let's go. Nice breakup. He has his helmet on. Simmons has his helmet on. That's good to see. But Chambliss, the new quarterback. Trinidad Chambliss. A transfer from Ferris State. Played a bit last week. 4 for 6 of that blowout. Well, it's fine that he dropped it. That one's fine that he dropped it. It's 4th down. Or it's going to be 4th down. Tennessee winning. I mean, they played a bad school, but they look good so far. Passing game has been very good. I've been surprised with the passing game. I did not expect the Aguilar to be as good as he's been so far. The Gators are playing like... Yeah, it's not pretty right now. Not pretty right now. 2nd and 2. So my stream froze for a little bit. All right, there we go. Yeah, it's going to be the same spot as where the pick would have been. That's fine. Hang on, my stream froze. Guys, hang on. Sorry about that. Okay, ball for 39. I think when I X out of a game, I X out of Kansas, Missouri, stuff changes. Trying to run for the first. Chambliss, he's got it, and then some. Gets a nice block down the field, pushed out of bounds to the 49-yard line, maybe midfield. Gain of 11. First down. Any hot takes? Don't do with UConn. Any hot takes? Okay, hot take. Klubnik will not be a pick in the first 2 days. Klubnik, I think with how deep this quarterback class could be, he will not go in the first 2 days. I'm going hot take on that one. Clock's going to run. 3 minutes left. Kentucky, all their timeouts from the 2-minute timeout, but obviously time is not their friend right now. Yeah, that was a good call by Bucker. You know, that was a good call by Bucker. By Eisen. It's like his only good call he's ever made. QB draw. Chambliss. Loss of 1. Because you could interpret that so many different ways, too. Because you could interpret that, he's a very accurate kick range. He missed. It's like, if you know, you know. But it's like, you can interpret that. Like, that's what made that call great. It's like the only good call he's ever made. Hot takes about my family? Hot takes about my family? Oh, punt return! Come on! Get the corner! Out of bounds to the 33, okay. Oh, that's a late hit, come on. Late hit, there we go. Move 15. There we go. Okay, we're in the red zone. Let's go. Whew. That my family doesn't agree with me on. Oh, you mean like that. Oh, like, if I mean like hot takes, like you want me to like bash my family or whatnot. Okay, 42 minutes to kick off in that Oklahoma game. So 7:50 is when it's going to start. Yeah, Britt knows a lot about the UFL. Yeah, that's a hot take. Tennessee play a local source school and Tennessee get more fans to that school's game. Yeah, and to fund the money too, remember, to fund the money. That's how a lot of these FCS schools and lower level schools make money, is these guarantee games. In terms of stuff, I mean, my family is much more diverse eating than I am. So, like I said, 2nd and 11. Chambliss hands it off to the side. It goes to Lacey. Lacey's got the first to the 30. 25. His monster game continues down to the 17-yard line. And they're in field goal range. Gain of 34 yards. He's got over 150 yards. LSU finished top half. That's not a hot take. That's not a hot take at all. LSU's projected to be a good team. They're 3 in the poll right now. Gears losing. Yep, but they're driving right now. Gears are driving. One team's losing to Logan by scorebug. No, they're not. Ole Miss is there. Okay, Gators off to the side. 15. Ball down to the 12. Okay, I'll take that. First down to 17. Now, obviously, Kentucky 1 timeout and the 2-minute timeout, but you're in field goal range. A 2-scoring game pretty much ends it. And obviously, a lot of question marks after the game for Kentucky. Calzada benched. A rough game for him. Boley has not done anything since coming into the game, but obviously has not run with the first string. Troy Lozano feel bad for their fans for not being at home so they can storm the field. Yeah, but they were never going to be at home for a game like this. They were never going to be at home. That's how these schools make their money. A lot of people, LSU number 7, number 8. I had LSU at 3. And they were number 3 in the poll. USF actually good? Yes, I said it from the start. I said USF is a good team. We called the game last week against Boise. I'm like, they're a top 25 team. I had him in 25 in my poll. And I've said it. I said before the game. I said it for a while. We did a poll on stream earlier, and I did my top 25, and this is what it was. And I had Florida at 11. I had USF at 25. I'm not taking him out for this game, regardless of the outcome. I'm not taking him out. They're playing their butts off. They're a physical team, and I like Brown a lot at quarterback. 1st and 10. No, 1st and goal for Florida. Hand up with the middle ball to the 5. Okay. Gain of 3. NBA all-time. Kareem, Wilt, LeBron, Jordan. Hand off to the side. This time to the 10. Flag on the play. Slides down at the 5. Alexander stays in bounds, but did the smart thing trying to just slide down, not risk anything, but it's going to be all for nothing. There's a flag on the play in the area of holding. So this one's coming back. 27-yard line. All students college football playoff. Bonus rating 2. Lagway. Pressure. Flat. Open. Oh, it was open. It was open. The flat was, the drag was open. Oh my goodness. It was open. That was a touchdown. It was so open. Oh, how do you miss that? Oh, the drag route was so open. You had the 2-on-1. I take the top 25. Hey, good tool. Well, you just watch the games and you just rank the teams. There's no real tool. 1st and 17 of the 25. They give to the side to Lacey. Lacey spinning ahead to the 22. Timeout, Kentucky. They got none left. Lagway, slam pass. All right, there we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're back. We're back. Okay. Whew. Whew. We're back. This is why I don't do Jaguar games. I'm way worse for the Jaguars. This is why I don't stream Jaguar games. Okay, we're back. No, you don't understand. If you watch the game, he missed a wide open touchdown. Like, literally missed a wide open touchdown pass. But we're good now. We're good. He got the touchdown. Okay. We're good. Ball to 21. Clams. Yeah, definitely clams on that one. LSU could make the natty. Bonus ring? Could make the natty? As Clemson now takes the lead. Jackson Parents 9-6. Like the Jags-Titans game in 2018. I disagree on that. The other games today, Oklahoma State put up a fight. Oklahoma State put up a pretty good fight against Oregon. It was close for the first minute. For the first minute of the game, they were right in it. And then on CBS, Oklahoma State loses 69-3 into a Jaguars game. I might do that. I actually might do that. I might just set my phone up and just see what happens. Kansas to regroup, got for West Virginia coming after the bye. Yep. I had Missouri winning that game, though. Lacey, down to the 22. I'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Kentucky, no timeouts left. Like you play with Charlotte, Jags win Super Bowl. Jags Super Bowl. It was fun while it lasted. Yep. Here come the Tigers. 3rd down, 3rd and 14. They're giving Ohio State everything they can right now. Coach Bill the Fire, appreciate you, man. Demonstrated for Lance Leopold, not called him out today until being down 11. Ugh. Don't like that. Don't like that. Yeah, it's actually Ohio, yes. Which game do you want, Coach Bill? Appreciate you, man. I'll get you on the call for it. Which game do you want? I have to take a look at the situation. But obviously, not calling timeouts. You need the ball back. You gotta check the situation, that one. At 10-7, that's as low as Summer will allow. The Finns, I think they're gonna be like 7-10. Rings saying they could versus Rings saying they will make one. Could, 1. Will, 4. Yeah, okay, let's do the timeout situation with that. Which game do you want, Coach Peel? Indiana State, Indiana, Colgate, Hughes, Colorado, Houston, or K-State, Arizona? Which game do you want to do? I'll get you on the call for it. Right now, the $20 bonus would go to the Arizona game. And Clean D had the $5 earlier and wanted to put it on the Indiana State game. So right now, that would have a 5 bonus because he's number 3 in the XP. That's where we're at right now. Jordan Olympic Sauce and P, 28-6. Yeah, they're dominating against you. It was like a 3-score game. That was crazy when I saw that. Why was Giants Cowboys 2012 Wednesday instead of Thursday? Because of the DNC. You can blame the Democrats for that one. I'm not even kidding. You can blame the Democrats for that one. Basically, the Democratic National Convention, Obama was going to make a speech and accept the nomination for rerunning on Thursday. And they wanted to show that live. So because of that, they played the game on Wednesday instead of Thursday. Run, kick, field goal, yes. Take the clock down, kick the field goal, and get out of here. So that's why. You know, Missouri really should have, yeah. Missouri should have called timeout. Or, KU should have called timeout before the 2-minute warning. 2-minute timeout, I should say. Does anyone know what you want? I'll get you on the call for that. But yeah, that's why. It was because of the DNC. Might have been on that at some point, but I think it's a bit too well known. I think it's a bit too well known. Yeah, no pork, no steak, no seafood. I don't like chewiness. I don't like the chewiness. But they'll run and kick the field goal. We got over 80 in the chat right now. Let me link the next stream. Cowboy Giants 20. I might at some point. I don't know if that's too well known. I don't know if that's too well known. We got football one day early. Yes, we did. Kevin Ogletree. Kevin Ogletree. That was like the one good game he had as a pro. The one good game he had as a pro. But literally, it's because of the DNC. Obama was going to get sworn in on Thursday as the nominee. TBS a joke. They've been a joke for a while. I mean, there's been so much. I mean, they've fallen off so hard. They have the Jets going 11-6. Come on. That would be nuts. Currently 6-0 in the picks. I don't know what I am. I don't know what I am in the picks. I know I had UConn winning. I had Baylor. I had Illinois in the pick 'em. Third down, hand up in the middle. We get down to the 19. So it's going to be centered. It'll be a 37-yard try. All good, Cujo. Appreciate you, man. What team Michigan Club? I don't know yet. Again, this is a complete game time decision with OT. Because I don't know about my friend. Depends on their schedule. Depends on their schedule. Because they're coming in from out of town. But it's a work trip, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll be allowed to. They're going to keep the offense out there for now, but they're not calling to play. They're not calling to play. They're just... maybe get a bit closer, maybe get with a hard count. But obviously, they're not going to call this play. They're going to call a timeout. They got 3 left. They'll call with 1. Equipment getting embarrassed. Again, it's one of those FBS, FCS. That's what's supposed to happen. That's how it always goes. Those schools always... You get embarrassed and you get a payday. That's how it goes. It funds those programs, and those HBCUs need it badly. 2 timeouts left for Ole Miss. Not that it really matters. Drag route for USF caught, but way short of the sticks. Let's go. Gain of 4. That's it. Yeah, good team for years coming. It does not work like that. But if it worked like that, the Jaguars would be a dynasty. We had back-to-back number 1 overall picks. We'd be a dynasty at that point. You know, a friend making more money. Yep. Well, it's a friend from out of town. If it was me or a friend, regular, we would just do it some other time. Field goal try here for Carniero. 2 for 3. Missed one off the left upright. How much did they get? I don't know. How much did they get paid? I don't know what you mean by that. How much did they get paid? What? I don't know what that means. 37-yard try. I actually might not disagree with that one. With you on that one, Summer. I actually might not disagree. Right down the middle of the yard line and right down the middle of the uprights. It was centered, drilled. And Ole Miss, down 10-0, scores 30 of the ensuing 40 points. Flag on the play. What's wrong? Wait, what? Nothing. Wait. Huh? The teams. Oh, the teams. Oh, like 7 figures. We're talking 7 figures. It basically funds everything. Penalties decline. It's not Kentucky. No, my friend is in town on a work trip. But it depends on when they get off. If they still have to work, I don't know when they get off. That's the issue. My friend is in town. My friend from out of town is in town on a work trip. Yeah. Nothing wrong with my friend. It's more, I don't know if he's going to still be working. I don't know when he gets off. It's not like a fixed time. It's a work trip. We have many more problems with the quarterback. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think 32 teams would be good for you to come. I want to say, yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, because I don't see them often. I don't see them. It's not like they live anywhere close by. But it depends on, obviously it depends on their schedule. Kickoff here. It's a 10-point game as the stands have emptied in Lexington. Ole Miss going to go to 2-0 barring anything insane. Kentucky, no timeouts. Backup quarterback in there. All Minotaur on this blessed day. Yep, but Clemson's got the ball. Clemson's got it. They've scored 14 straight. 16 straight, actually. It's not looking pretty right now. Clemson's actually in the red zone. Clemson's in the red zone. I think this one... I think the floodgates are going to start to open up. Troy's got to dig deep here. Who has a cool job? I think I have the coolest job in the world. Being able to talk to you guys and just be in my apartment and talk football? You kidding me? I have the coolest... I got to collect these helmets and the setup. And everything I do is a tax write-off. I think that's the coolest job in the world. I think what I do is incredible. I'll put it to a vote. I haven't heard from Coach Beal. I appreciate the $5. Haven't heard from him. So we'll keep this poll up until the end. First down pass, incomplete. Back shoulder throw. McGowan. And still no completions today for Boley since coming in. He's been struggling. Everyone in Kentucky is struggling right now offensively. Besides McGowan, with 2 touchdowns. Cats still have no passing touchdowns this year. Jack Schroeder, North Carolina's awful. We're bad until we're not. Look, we're bad until we're not. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Until the Jaguars show they are not a bad team, they are a bad team. Boley takes off and runs for some reason. He's only going to get 3 yards. Clock's going to keep moving. Yeah, because our schedule's tough. This is the one game you have to win. I don't want to say it's over after 1 week. I really don't. I don't want to say the season's over after 1 week with the Jaguars. I don't want to say that. Because it's one game. It's a 17-game season. We got the Bengals on the road. 3rd and 7. Pressured. Boley scrambling. Going to get the first with his legs and will not get out of bounds. Going to stop the clock for the moment to reset at the 41. Friend's job. He does a lot of building. He does a lot of building stuff. It's a lot of building sets. It's like he built like the set for Home Depot at the integration for Home Depot at the Final Four. First down, Boley, middle of the field, caught at the 40. To the 35, get out of bounds at the 21. Now get up there, spike the ball, kick the field goal. Get up there, spike it, kick the field goal. Get up there, spike it, and kick the field goal if you are Kentucky here. They're going to call play. No. This is going to take too much time. Take too much time. Well, Ole Miss bails them out. They call timeout. Ole Miss calls their timeout to get the defense set. And now I think you put 16 on the clock. I think you go for the field goal at this point. Take the 3 points. You need to get 3 and 7. The plus 16 out of same. Basically, it's what the donations would be because of the that you make the calls. The same like your Bears. Because the problem with the Jaguars, they play the Bengals on the road after this, the Texans, the Niners, the Chiefs. After this game, it's Bengals, Texans, Niners, Chiefs. That's brutal. So I don't want to say it's over after 1 week, but you got to win this game. You have to win week 1. You have to win week 1. It's that simple. And they will send the field goal team out there. I don't know why Kiffin called that timeout. Because I don't think they were going to do that before. Just giving them time. It's going to be a 1-score game if he hits this 39-yarder. And he will. So now you go onside kick. Wait, almost should not have called timeout there. No. I guess if your defense isn't set, but they were not going to try the field goal. Right, heavily above 500. That can happen. To be fair, that does happen. Yeah, I would. Yes, I would. Play action. Lagway flat's not there. Second read overthrown. Man, Lagway's been off today. Ohio wins over West Virginia. Oh, boy. 4th and 12. No, it's not 4th and 12. That's only in the UFL. Skydive? No. Never. Never. Onside kick here. Obviously got to recover this, otherwise the game is over. Got to recover this and then Hail Mary. Got time for maybe 2 Hail Marys, but got to recover this one first. Ole Miss not calling a timeout. It does not matter. Nice recovery there. You figure Ole Miss would have called timeout just to get their formation set. Caden Lee on the hands team gets it for the Rebs. It's not the Cubs, it's Colgate. It's Colgate. Oh, man, it's split right down the middle. I need one more vote. I need one more vote. I'm going to end it after one more vote. And after one more vote, because it is split 3 ways down the middle right now. But Ole Miss going to go to 2-0. They'll take 1 knee and get out of here. And they go to 1-0 in conference play. Kentucky, a lot of question marks going forward about their quarterback situation. All right, I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Crazy, crazy stream. You can click the link below to join the Michigan-Oklahoma stream. I'll get the emojis in on that one, get everything set up for that game in just a little bit. 1-0, that's going to do it. All right, ISU Indiana. $5 going there. In terms of the XP, among people that donated, so that's going to be 45 and 20 added there. So, yeah, that's the poll going to the final game of the You Make the Call. Ole Miss 30, Kentucky 23. I will see you guys in about 15 minutes time for the third game of this triple header between Michigan and Oklahoma on ABC. Final score, Rebs 30.